All right, ladies and gentlemen, we should be live. Let a few seconds go by so we can get some viewers. Jordan Mid's in the chat. He says, wow. Yeah, wow. I don't know if anyone expected this type of Super Bowl to go down or the Chiefs not even score a touchdown today.
I certainly didn't.
They did not score one touchdown. The Chiefs did not.
No, I say the MVP of the game for the Chiefs is Harrison Butker. Scoring those 3 field goals, one being from 52 yards in Raymond James Stadium.
I think the MVP for the Chiefs in the Super Bowl was that fan who streaked. I mean, come on, he got as many yards as Tyreek Hill did.
No, at least he was able to get into the end zone, I'm sure.
At least he was able to make people miss tackles.
Yeah, there's actually a picture on social media of a security guard actually trying to tackle the guy. He missed him. It's kind of funny.
How the heck? It was a streaker, man. Oh, God. The most exciting thing for the Chiefs offense was a streaker at the end of the game.
Yeah.
That stuff's crazy.
It is. But the Buccaneers, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, are Super Bowl 55 champions, and I would say huge congratulations to the Buccaneers and the Buccaneers fans.
Major congratulations, definitely to them. To Bruce Arians. Always been a fan of Bruce Arians. Always loved him, even when he was in Pittsburgh, even though he had his issues. But always liked Bruce Arians. He was coach either with the Cardinals a few times. Finally got one for his resume.
Yep.
So good on him. And as much as it pains me to say it, and there's already someone, Skywalker26 already said happy for Antonio Brown. Yes, he scored a touchdown today before the end of the first half, actually. Good on Antonio Brown. You know,
yes,
it sucks our marriage ended the way it did, and he's to blame for that, but he's heavily talented to not have a ring.
Well, of course, a guy of his talent and with what he did throughout his career, that deserves a ring. His personality obviously doesn't, but he actually came out in that game and actually played his ass off. He got a touchdown. He got a touchdown. It kind of hurt, not going to lie. But it is what it is. Congratulations to the Buccaneers and Tom Brady.
Who
wins his 7th Super Bowl. More than any franchise.
Ever. More than all franchises. All 32 franchises. One single man has more franchises.
More Super Bowls than any franchise.
Than Super Bowl than any franchise, yes.
And we'll say right here, right now.
And you guys can disagree. You guys may already have said it.
But we will say it right here, right now. Tom Brady is the greatest of all time.
It's pretty proven. I mean, how does a man go 20 years in the AFC, leave the AFC for an NFC team, and take that team to the Super Bowl and win it in his first year in a different conference? He's not a system quarterback. He was the system. Tom Brady is the greatest of all time.
It's unheard of for what he's been being able to do and probably will still do.
I never thought I'd say it, but he is, man. He proved me wrong. He's no system quarterback.
No, he's not.
And John Thomas said it, 5 Super Bowl MVPs.
Yeah, it's a record. Insane.
Yeah.
Props to them.
Yeah, Bell's got 0 playing time. He was active. He got no playing time.
I mean, so sucks for him. Sorry for him.
Yeah,
but
Bell's done. He needs to retire. It's his own fault. It's his own fault.
It is his own fault.
He should have accepted the damn contract offer. Both of them.
2 of them, yeah. I mean, thank God he didn't because that would hurt us, but when it comes to money, I mean, our money situation is still screwed, but
yeah.
Regardless, it would be in more serious, a more serious situation.
Right. People want us to speak on the flag. Okay, now this is an interesting topic. If you follow us on Twitter at SteelTwins, you guys already know our thoughts.
Yeah.
Now, were some of the flags ridiculous and bullshit? Absolutely.
Especially with the Buccaneers' last drive at the end of the first half. Absolutely.
Yeah, the one to Evans was overthrown. The one to Antonio Brown that got Tyrann Mathieu the penalty in the end zone was overthrown. Yeah, they are ridiculous. Those were bad calls. Weak calls.
Very weak calls.
But I'm not going to blame the Chiefs losing primarily on the refs because the Chiefs lost this game.
They did.
They had a lot of early mistakes. The offense got nothing going. Mahomes tried his hardest, but I don't know how many times these receivers let the ball hit their fucking face mask when Mahomes hit them right in the goddamn spot.
Or how many times his offensive line had to let Shaq Barrett and Jason Pierre-Paul and Vita Vea and then Dominican Sue and even Devin White to beat them at the line of scrimmage. That offensive line was horrible tonight.
They were missing their tackles, starting tackles. And credit to Todd Bowles for calling blitzes and taking advantage of that beat-up and injured offensive line. Man, Todd Bowles called an incredible game. He held Patrick Mahomes to 0 touchdowns.
Yep.
Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
Plus, that defense of the Chiefs was horrible. They couldn't stop anything. They couldn't stop Tom Brady.
They couldn't stop a nosebleed at all.
And plus, let's not forget,
The Chiefs
they gave Brady the ball right before the end of the first half, and they called their own timeouts, which gave Brady time to march down the field.
There's one thing that you don't want to do is have Tom Brady stay on that field, and that's what they did.
The Chiefs lost this game. You can blame the refs. The refs may have played a part, sure, but the Chiefs lost this game. They played horrible.
Yes, we all know the referees suck. They've sucked for years and beyond.
And I do agree in them fixing games for their own personal narratives. Right. I do agree with that. But today proved, man, that
the Chiefs just in general did not show up. Andy Reid didn't show up. Eric Bieniemy.
Now, that might have had something to do with his son being in a car crash. I'll say that. But Mahomes didn't show up. Receivers were dropping
nobody
passes.
showed up. Andy Reid didn't show up. Mahomes didn't show up. Bieniemy didn't show up. Tyreek Hill didn't show up. Travis Kelce did all his damage just like Mahomes did.
But
the
even
offensive
he had
line
a
was
bad
non-existent. Tyrann Mathieu didn't do anything. Nobody did anything. They scored only 3 field goals in a Super Bowl.
They did not go back-to-back.
No, they didn't. I
don't blame this on the refs primarily. It's more the Chiefs.
No, the Chiefs didn't show up.
They played terrible.
They did.
They played absolutely terrible.
Yeah.
Credit to the Buccaneers for showing up today. They wanted it more.
And taking advantage of the mistakes that the Chiefs were doing.
Especially early.
So huge props to the Buccaneers. They deserved the Super Bowl. They wanted it more, and they showed it.
And I will say, I do hate when the season ends with games like these because you expect the season, the Super Bowl, to be a little more anticipated or a little bit more, exciting to end the season. Instead, we got another blowout. It was similar to, I don't want to say like the Broncos and the Seahawks, but it was kind of like that. At least it kind of, in some aspects to me.
I mean, it wasn't more of a blowout, but it was just probably as bad as that game was.
It was. It was boring. I hate when seasons end with games like these.
Yeah.
It sucks. I wish it ended more with games of what we saw last year with the Chiefs and Niners. But, sometimes you don't get all that. But it's officially the NFL offseason, man. There's no more football up until August. That is if there is a preseason.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Offseason's already here. Like, holy shit.
The offseason's already here. That season flew by quick.
It did.
And we actually got through an NFL season.
Yeah, we actually did throughout the pandemic, throughout, COVID out there. It's insane. The NFL, I will say, overall did a very good job of making sure this season went on the schedule.
Well, they were doing it no matter what, whether it was scheduling games on Wednesdays or Tuesdays.
Right.
So
they got it done. I have to give them props about that. The NFL got the season done. Now they can focus on how to better themselves at these situations and how to do it better if this virus can at least slim down.
And I would hope we get a preseason. I would like to see some fans at the draft. You know what I mean? Because that fan interaction really makes the draft so much more exciting.
Yeah.
I look back to that 2019 draft where we saw fans and fan reactions. Like, I always go back to when the Raiders took Cleveland Farrell at number 4, and that Raiders fan just had disgust.
Yes.
That makes the draft so much better.
When Josh Allen was there.
Yeah, that makes the draft so much better. So I'm hoping maybe we get fans.
And Giants fans' reactions when Daniel Jones was taken and everything like that.
Exactly. So I don't know what their plans for the draft. I don't know if it's going to be in Goodell's basement again. I don't know where it was scheduled to be planned this year. Or where it was planned to be scheduled, rather, this year. But
wasn't it like Cleveland or something?
I think you might be correct. I'm not sure. I'd have to check up on that. Or maybe one of you guys in the chat
hopefully
can tell
everything
us.
goes as good as scheduled because the Combine, I think they have to make some changes or they canceled it.
I think they canceled the Combine.
Some along the lines like that, so the prospects are going to have to do their stuff at their pro days and everything.
That's the only way we're going to be able to scout these
guys.
But
hopefully the draft does go on a schedule and hopefully they can figure some stuff out going forward.
Correct. Now I'm going to look back up on the chat. Let's see. I'm kind of lagging here. My bad. Brian Henderson. I told you, lazy eye fools, TB12 number 1 GOAT. Bow down, aluminum foil twins with a $12 super chat. I guess so. Thanks for the $12 again, but sure.
Okay, whatever.
Still Dictate with a $10 super chat. Huge shout to him. He says, Brian Henderson, you realize that they said the Bucs would win. Left my ass off. Hold that. Well, they kind of can't. I don't know if he's a Bucs fan or a Pats fan. I'd imagine he's a Pats fan, but yeah, sure. Definitely. And yes, yesterday we did say Chiefs would win, but honestly, I knew the Bucs were going to win.
Well, I predicted the Bucs.
I changed my mind literally when I woke up.
Huh.
You can't.
I predicted the Bucs. You can't bet you can say you can't bet against Mahomes, but in the end, you cannot bet against Tom Brady.
The Bucs showed if you pressure Mahomes, he has no answers. Now, sure, he played his ass off. He threw some crazy dimes and dots, even when under pressure, and pedaling back 10, 20 yards to where the spot or where the snap was, sure. But, I mean, when he's pressured, it's a lot harder for them to, make plays or for Mahomes to react.
Yeah.
So if that happens a little more often, it's a little more easy to defeat Mahomes.
And contain Mahomes at least.
Yeah. And that's exactly what Todd Bowles and the Buccaneers took advantage. They took advantage of that injured line.
And a lot of people are saying the Chiefs are beatable. And the Bucs just showed they are.
They did.
In the Super Bowl.
They allow one touchdown.
No.
This is Patrick Mahomes we're talking about.
No, this is
not one touchdown in the Super Bowl.
This is the number one offense in the league. No. Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, Tyreek Hill, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Sammy Watkins, McCole Hardman. Not one touchdown.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's crazy.
I did not expect that. I expected it to be a little more competitive.
I was hoping so, yeah.
But damn, dude. Wow.
Yeah. What's your guys' next jersey purchases? I have no clue, man. I still want to get myself a Kevin Green jersey. May he rest in peace. It might be a little more hard to get unless they bring him back in stock. I want to get an Alan Faneca jersey since he's officially in the Hall of Fame now. Thank God. I still got to get myself a new TJ Watt jersey.
I'm still looking to get see, I got Mean Joe Green, L.C. Greenwood, Dwight White, and Ernie Holmes. I'm still looking to get Ernie Holmes jersey, but I know those are extremely hard to find because I do have Mean Joe Green, L.C. Greenwood, and Dwight White. I want to get Ernie Holmes to complete the full steel curtain.
Yeah.
So that's still my goal. I'm still looking. I can't seem to find one. I can't.
Yeah, I know it's going to be difficult.
I mean, Ernie Holmes, finding his jersey is going to be a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
It already is.
Speaking of jerseys, huge shout out to Eric Castillo, man. He got a very rare jersey, Ernie Stautner, number 70 jersey, man. That looks beautiful.
It does.
And I really want to try to get one of those myself.
Yeah, it's such a gorgeous jersey, man.
Josh K with a £1.99, I believe, is the currency in the UK. Correct me if I'm wrong. Hope you both enjoyed the game. I did in the first quarter, and then it went downhill from there.
No, I started laughing my ass off when the Chiefs defense couldn't stop anything.
Yeah.
I saw Tyrann Mathieu, complaining and everything. I'm like, bro, you're not even doing anything.
Yeah.
Now, he did have a pick, but that was taken back because Ward had a holding penalty.
Which is arguable. Again, I don't blame this entire game on the refs, but some of the calls were definitely questionable.
They were.
But again,
there's no doubt about it.
But I don't blame this entire loss on the Chiefs.
No, it's
not of the refs.
It's not all on the refs. The Chiefs just plain and simple didn't show up.
No. Do you see James Conner coming back? Honestly, no.
Unfortunately, no.
Yeah.
And I appreciate his story and his journey and everything he did for the Steelers.
Unless he takes a team-friendly contract, which I can see happening.
But I think it's just best if we just go for another running back. A more younger, more fresh, and more talented, I say, running back.
Right.
Whether that's free agency or the draft.
Right. Chiefs have no talent on their defense except Tyron and Jones. Yeah, and Frank Clark, but that's about it.
That is it.
They have no linebacker. Anthony Hitchens, are you kidding me? Dorian O'Daniel? Seriously? Whoever that Wilson dude is? I mean, come on.
They got no one in that secondary besides their safeties.
They got Snead, who I think is going to get better. He had a decent rookie year.
Yeah, he did.
But damn, man. That's about it.
Yeah, the Chiefs.
We all knew that was going to be an issue, was that defense.
Yeah, and Tom Brady, of course, Tom Brady's going to take advantage with the targets he has.
Right. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Let's see, where am I at? By the way, we will get to the MINKAH FITZPATRICK jersey giveaway eventually. Just going to catch up on some of these comments here. Hypothesis X33 says, keep up the vids during the offseason. We enjoy them, definitely. We're going to have some mock drafts. We're going to have some news on the Steelers coming out when it breaks because, like John Gorman just said, 1 month until free agency. It's going to be a wild one, man.
Yes, it is.
It's going to be crazy.
So it's already steaming up when it comes to trades. Matthew Stafford got traded away for 2 first-rounders and a quarterback.
And Jared Goff.
And Carson Wentz is rumored to be traded for the quarterback that won his team the Super Bowl.
Yes.
And who knows what's next for Desean Watson or even Jimmy Garoppolo or Teddy Bridgewater or whoever else.
Yes.
Julio Jones, maybe.
That's just speaking on around the league. Imagine what the Steelers are going to do.
Yeah.
Next week they have a huge meeting with Ben when it comes to his contract. That could be said the same for Pouncey. Or how many other guys? Because we all know we're in cap hell. We got to try to keep this team as stacked as we can.
Yeah.
Because we already know how many free agents we got, man. It's nuts.
It is. It's really ridiculous.
Brian Henderson with another $12 super set says, laughing my ass off, that guy just lost $10 to be wrong. Darn. Your mom is going to be mad you used her credit card. TB12 GOAT. He is the GOAT, but, I mean, still dictates, right? We did predict the Bucs. I mean, we predicted the Chiefs last night, but, I mean, earlier today, and it's Still the Disciples, huge shout out to them. Facebook group chat, we did say the Bucs.
Yeah, so you're the one giving us 12 fucking bucks. So shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
More like 24 bucks because that's the second time.
Yeah, pretty much. Mark Ingram is a free agent. You guys like him? Sure. The only reason why I bring him in is because he's a veteran aspect, and we don't have that at all in the ground game.
Or in the offense in general. Or entire outside of Ben, obviously.
No,
maybe the offensive line.
He would not be a starter. He could be a number 2, maybe.
But I'd bring him in at a very, cheap veteran-like deal to mentor and help the young guys because that's what they need.
Yeah.
That is what they really need. They're young. They're talented. They're going to be great stars in this league, no doubt. But they need mentoring. We don't have a lot of guys in that locker room that can mentor the guys. We need some people.
That could be the same. That could be said the same with the receiving core.
Yes.
So, I don't know. Let's see where we at. Me and my mom were watching the game. She said it just feels like another crappy thing to add to this time. A bad Super Bowl that we were hyped for. Yeah. I mean, we were hyped because it's Brady and Mahomes, but at the same time, it's the same stuff we've seen all the time. Brady in the Super Bowl again. Mahomes in the Super Bowl again. It's just different teams.
And Brady wins Super Bowl again. Rinse and repeat.
Yeah, it is. So, hopefully next year we get something a little different.
Some more refreshing. Yeah, I hope.
Not happening. I'm telling you right now, Steelers are not contenders
as of now. Not right now. No.
Bush played like that last year. Yeah, I mean, Bush is missed. And we kind of seen that earlier tonight when Devin White was a big factor in that run game.
Oh, yeah.
For the Bucs defense, man. That speed is obviously missed. Yeah. So getting Bush back next year would be good, too.
That speed is very critical to a defense. And Bush, I'm excited for Bush to come back.
Absolutely.
And I do think he will come back better than he once was. I really do.
Definitely. Brady proved that he doesn't need Belichick. Exactly.
There you go. Yeah, first season with Bruce Arians, another great coach.
That's another team to look out for is the Patriots. What are they going to do at quarterback? Do they keep Cam? Do they trade up? Do they trade for a quarterback?
I'm hearing that Cam's actually going to walk.
He should.
Or they agreed to terms at the Patriots.
He didn't do great tonight. Or after tonight, this season.
No, he didn't.
He didn't do great
at the start, he did, but then he just never progressed. He never went back to the MVP caliber.
Not at all.
Even then, that season, he was overrated.
I'm wondering what the cap being at $180 million, if that helps all that much. We're still like $26 million over the cap. Yeah, I mean, see, it's nuts.
It really is.
I don't know what we're going to do. If there's one guy that can finesse the cap, it's Omar Khan and Kevin Colbert. But then again, they're probably the reason why we're in cap help, because all these restructures are just putting us in cap the next year.
Yeah.
So
and year after that. So
I don't know what they're going to do when it comes to Ben. But I believe we are projected to have the most cap next year.
Or one of the teams to have the most cap.
Right. So I mean,
we'll see what happens.
Restructuring his contract instead of extending him could still work this year, because next year we still have a pretty decent amount of cap space, but we'll see what happens. It's definitely going to be something to note the next week, though, for sure. See you next season, aluminum foil twins. You two so funny. Big Pats fans, take care. You take care as well. Looking forward to see what the Pats do.
And who their quarterback's really going to be is.
I will mention that for sure.
Yeah.
I'll take Gus Edwards in free agency over Mark Ingram. I would, too, because he's younger. I always thought he had starter quality.
No, I agree.
He was just meshed in a stacked rushing offense,
right,
with the Ravens.
But you saw when he got the rock, he was able to run with it. He ran with it. The guy's a hell of a back. So if the Steelers, are interviewing running backs, get that guy involved, man.
Right.
Try to get him in. I wouldn't mind that one bit.
Rod, I agree. I think we should give Mason a shot, but it's not happening. At least if it's going to happen, it might be in 2022 too.
Yeah.
If he takes another contract, which I don't know.
Maybe he sees another opportunity with another team. We don't know yet.
Yeah. We already know the Steelers aren't contenders. Oh, I wish. I mean, hopefully our standpoint is changed in 3 months.
But as of now, it's just really hard to tell because right now we just underachieved for so many years. It's not even funny anymore.
No, it's not.
It's really not.
All the talent we've had. I mean, come on.
On the offense and that miserable defense, but with the defense we have now, we still can't even do nothing.
Again, this year was the year. I continue and will forever say that. This was our last year with Ben. We had it all outside of the coaching. Sure.
Yes.
Fickner, Butler, sure, fine. But that's still I don't want to say it's not a reason why we didn't win, because it is. But I still think talent-wise, this was our year.
Talent-wise, absolutely. But we just underachieved.
Yeah. Now Tom Brady fanboys will never shut the hell up. I mean, true. Hey, at least it wasn't the Patriots.
Now, listen, they never will shut up.
Yeah.
They never have, they never will. But, yes, at least it wasn't the Patriots.
Yeah. How bad do you guys want a running back like Najee, Jones, Ingram, etc., or trust Snell and McFarland? See, that depends the way you look at it. Last year, Snell ran for over 100 yards in week 1 with a fresh offensive line.
Yeah.
So, with a upgrade offensive line, which we should definitely address early in the draft, any running back, especially with a guy like McFarland, who will be working, and I believe we'll see expanded and extended playtime under Canada since they have great history, he could be a benefactor of that.
Right.
But also, it depends if we get a committee going or if we want one true back. If that could be Najee, if he's there,
right,
which he could be. But I also think it depends how many tackles go before pick 24, which it could go either way.
Yeah. I think it really all depends on who's there at number 24. Whoever's there, then that's obviously the deciding factor on where we could really go. Or whether that could be Najee or a tackle or whatever.
Or best player available or trade back.
Yeah.
So it's I don't know. The draft always turns out a little more different than everyone expects.
Right.
So we don't know what's going to happen. Last year, the tackle class was crazy in the first round. And it's very similar this year, only I think it's more stacked. So much talent.
Absolutely.
So much talent. I could read a Chris Jericho list of the tackles and even the offensive line in general this year. So if we could go Najee and address offensive line later since of how stacked the offensive line position is this year. But if you really want to address offensive line early, you could do that and still get a stud running back later since the running back class is pretty decently stacked.
Right.
But you got to also think who's going to be there.
Right.
And I think it starts with Najee. If Najee's there, they might have to take him and then address offensive line later. But if he's gone, I think you got to address line and then get a running back later. But again, who's going to be there?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I keep looking at – I don't know how to look at it. I'm trying to imagine how the Steelers are looking at it, you know?
No, I get what you mean.
I think we got to address offensive line. I do want to point that out. We got to address offensive line and early.
This line needs to get better. It needs to get younger. It needs to get stronger.
And I do think running back can be saved later. But again, back to my point, I think it depends who's there at tackle.
Right. It depends on who's really there at number 24. But if we go offensive line, I would not mind getting, if we don't get a running back in free agency, I would not mind us getting a running back in the later rounds because a lot of great talented running backs in today's league went in the later rounds. Alvin Kamara, 3rd rounder. Aaron Jones, wasn't he like a 4th or 5th rounder?
Yeah. James Robinson last year was undrafted.
Phillip Lindsay was undrafted. So we can still find stud running backs in the later rounds or even undrafted.
That's why people say running backs were dime a dozen.
They are.
So you can get like a...
So that's just the way I'm thinking, you know?
No, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. And offensive line, especially seeing how Mahomes played tonight, you gotta, you can't, not think that you gotta address offensive line.
No, offensive line is extremely critical to any NFL team.
Yes.
I honestly say, why do you think Ben was very successful in his prime years the last decade?
Yeah.
Because of that offensive line.
Yes. And I go back to Snell having 100 yards. I'm not saying he's starter worthy because he's not. He's not starter quality. But behind a solid, fresh line, any running back can be solid.
Yeah.
Snell can be solid. McFarland could be solid. I think we do draft running back. Who that is, I don't know.
Right.
But any running back can be solid around a solid offensive line.
Of course.
A fresh offensive line, rather. So
I mean, D'Angelo Williams at 34 years old almost had 1,000 yards when Bell went out.
And that was with our offensive line when it was at its best.
And that's why offensive line is extremely critical. So there you go. That's just, our thoughts and opinions about it.
Najee is too good to pass up. I agree.
He is, absolutely. I am not denying that.
Fantastic.
The guy's going to be a fucking stud, no matter where he goes.
But Najee's not going to go anywhere if we don't address offensive line. But again, see, this is where I get confused. But again, offensive line is stacked this year in the draft. So
I know.
It's hard. You know what I mean? If we draft Najee, it all depends on who we draft later.
Yeah.
And that's how we'll address and base our opinions on Najee if we do take him in the first round. That's where you got to look at it.
Mm-hmm.
But it also depends who's there. So it's one of those things for me where it's hard to look at it in any way because you can't go wrong either way.
No, you really can't. As long as the Steelers do the right thing and get the right people in the right position.
Yeah, for sure.
We'll see what happens.
But I think we've waited too long, almost a half hour. Some of you guys are probably waiting for the MINKAH FITZPATRICK signed jersey giveaway.
Yes, I actually have it right beside me.
Yes, that is exclusive to to the people that joined us this past season for the weekly predictions in the Discord chat. I will just list the names right here, right now, actually. Proud Andy Dalton fan, which is DeCarry, actually. I should switch that name. Excuse me.
There we go.
DeCarry. Supercook 43, Clutch Box, Steel Sentinel, Dry, Stay Black and Gold, Steel the Nation 1, Josh K, Steel Maiden, Icy Pit fan, Bravens 1, That Steelers fan, Steel Logic, Rex.12, and General Thompson.
Yes.
So those are the guys that are eligible for the MINKAH FITZPATRICK giveaway, which, of course, you can show them right here, right now.
Yeah, right here, the autographed MINKAH FITZPATRICK jersey.
I'm incredibly jealous of whoever's going to win this because
it's a beauty.
I almost dropped it, like the receivers.
Like the Chiefs, yeah. But it's such a beauty. And there's the autograph right there, obviously the certificate of authenticity.
I got to look at that. Yeah, buddy.
That's a beautiful jersey. It's a beautiful autograph.
Man, I was so close to keeping this. I ain't gonna lie. Thank God he got me one for Christmas.
Yes, I decided to because I knew how much you wanted one, how much you didn't want to give it away. So I said, screw it. Christmas is here. Might as well give him one. So there you go. And again, thank you, Miami.
Yeah, yes.
Thank you.
All right, so I will switch back to the screen here. There is the wheel of I don't know what to call it, but you guys can see the names here. I will spin the wheel, and whatever name it lands on will be the victor. Do I have a drum roll sound effect?
I don't think we do.
I don't, but it don't matter. I think the wheel makes a noise. I hope so.
Let's just hit the wheel.
All right, ready?
And the winner is
3, 2, 1. Wow! So close. It is Ravens 1, a.k.a. AJ. This is odd. He's a Ravens fan.
Oh, wow. I actually forgot all about that. Oh, man.
This is strange. This is strange. Ravens, if you're in the chat, please say hello unless I missed one of your comments. Ravens 1 is the victor.
And congratulations to Ravens 1.
This is so awkward. He is a Ravens fan, and he's about to win a MINKAH FITZPATRICK jersey. That's odd.
That is.
Now, Ravens 1, hopefully we can send this out to you ASAP. I will DM you on Discord so I can get your shipping information so I can send this out ASAP, hopefully tomorrow. But I'll get to you eventually, very shortly, and then we can get this sent out to you. But congratulations to Ravens 1, a.k.a. AJ, a Ravens fan. That's weird. But
a huge congratulations to him, man.
Absolutely. That is the winner, though.
That is the winner. Yeah.
How about it? A Ravens fan, man. That's nuts. That is nuts. All right, let's see. Where are these comments going? Where am I at? Imagine a young, fast Willie behind that line. Yeah. That's crazy.
Oh, yeah. And Willie Parker's so underrated.
Yes.
I must say. Even with that offensive line back then.
That's Alan Faneca for you.
That is Alan Faneca for you.
He led the way for the longest rushing touchdown in Super Bowl history,
Yeah.
which still stands today, by the way.
You can't forget about Marvell Smith and Jeff Hardings, those guys on that line as well.
Yeah.
Back when our offensive line was still fresh and still good, and Ben's first years, but when they left, obviously the line collapsed, and Ben was getting sacked like 50 times a game.
Right.
Or a season, really.
Yeah. Yeah, Ravens fan won it. Still canon. Yes, Jarrett did win the jersey last year, but of course, since he's a Ravens fan, he didn't accept it. So, General Thompson won, I believe it was a Donnie Shell jersey.
Yes, it was.
He got inducted into Hall of Fame last year. So, I think we'll do one of these every year for the Discord chat for whoever joined us for the weekly predictions. Of course, if you guys are interested in joining the Discord chat, you guys can DM us on one of our social platforms, Twitter @SteelTwins or Instagram @Steel_Twins for a request for an invite to join the Discord chat. And eventually, sometime around the summer or closer to the preseason or the season in general, we'll get the schedule going for next year's weekly predictions, and whoever joins us then will be eligible for a jersey giveaway next year, which, again, that winner will be announced after next year's Super Bowl.
Yes.
What the jersey's going to be, I don't know yet.
We're going to have to talk about it. We got a year, so.
We do got a year. But that'll be interesting
Yes,
to
it
find
will.
out, sure. Report teams have called Seahawks for Wilson trade. Yes, they have. And of course,
Seattle's obviously said, no, we're not getting rid of him. And
No.
rightfully so. Who's going to want to get rid of Russell Wilson?
Yeah.
Although I heard years ago they almost traded him to the Browns. And if that was the case,
That's-
who knows where the Browns would be right now? Who knows if they actually have a Super Bowl right now, to be honest? And who knows where Baker Mayfield would be?
Right.
Imagine that. In another universe, in another dimension.
Yes.
But obviously that's not the case. So good job, Seattle, for keeping your guy.
Absolutely. Let's see. I hope we don't lose Juju. He's only 24 years old. Yeah, he's still freaking young. And listen, I may not agree with his TikTok bullshit, but it's obvious he's very important to this offense and this receiving core. And honestly, I know receivers so easy to replace for the Steelers.
Mm-hmm.
But when you need the tough yards or when you need a trustworthy slot guy that's actually utilized properly, which I'm sure Canada will definitely use him properly, that's your guy.
That is Juju.
Now, he's probably looking at $15-16 million a year. I don't know if we can afford that.
Even with the amount of money we're going to try to get back, whether from Ben or Pouncey or Hayward or Tuitt or even Vince Williams, whoever.
Yeah.
You know, it's going to be tough unless he takes a team-friendly deal, which he's expressed several times he wants to stay. He wants
Right.
to be with Ben. He wants to be with his guys.
But can you blame him if he leaves Pittsburgh?
Right. You know, you could get more open opportunity for more money
Yeah.
to, you know, promote his brand more.
Right.
I don't know.
And Rod, no, whoever joins in the Discord does not have to be a Steelers fan. He can be a Steelers, or he can be a fan of any NFL team.
Yeah.
Even the Patriots and even the Browns. Yes.
There you have it.
You just got to be respectful, of course.
You know, trolls.
And yes, we do have rules set in the Discord. In fact, I still got to update this whole Discord stuff so I can make whoever joins the Discord, the first thing that pops up when they open the app for the first time is the rules section.
Yeah, we got to figure that out, how that works and everything.
Right. Where am I at?
Looking for comments. Let's see.
Yeah, I don't know what Bravens one's gonna do to the Steelers jersey. I'd imagine you keep it. I mean, it's MINKAH.
I don't know.
Bring Fournette over. I was a fan of bringing up Fournette when the Jags first cut him.
Yeah, when he was initially cut or waived.
My hope never died of us trying to get Fournette.
And I know the Bucs said that they are open to him returning, but the season that Ronald Jones did have, maybe Fournette decides to walk for more open opportunity, a starting opportunity, and maybe that could be the Steelers.
After today, he could get a starting opportunity.
Not just today, the entire playoffs. You know, I
Right.
think he's gotten at least one touchdown, whether it's receiving or rushing. He's gotten a touchdown in every postseason game. He's helped pave the way for the Buccaneers Super Bowl journey.
And he's still young. He's proved he can. Well, I want to say he's proved he can stay healthy, but he was a little healthier than most seasons he's played.
Yeah.
And you know he's kind of like a Steelers running back. He's got the size you like, but he's got some speed to him. Most Steelers running backs like Snell and Connor or Bell ain't got speed. Fournette's got a little speed to him. He's got a motor to him.
Yeah, in the combine, he ran a 4.51.
Yeah,
and he's like, what's like 230, 40-something for his size.
This man's 26 years old, so I wouldn't mind signing him to a 2-3 year deal if it's possible. But, of course, it all depends what he's willing to take.
Right. Now, if the Steelers are looking to get a running back in free agency, if that's Aaron Jones, if that's Fournette, Gus Edwards, whoever, if they're looking to get a starter quality running back to help open up more selections and more positions for the draft, I'd be up with it. I would be up with it because maybe they do want to buff up the offensive line a lot. Maybe they want to get a tackle, or maybe if Fauci does retire, they can get a center in the second round. Maybe they can get a backup tight end. Maybe they can get maybe a linebacker to help develop and grow alongside Bush, because Vince Williams is getting up there with age, and Spillane is best as a backup.
Right.
You know, or maybe defensive tackle because Alualu is getting old, and I do think Alualu will stay, but he's not going to stay for long.
No.
So maybe
but he's still got some.
No, he definitely does.
You know.
Alualu, filling in for a guy like Hargrave with a lot of speed and
he
and
absolutely
youth.
exceeded expectations.
He did
to everyone.
He really did,
especially me.
Absolutely, but he's not going to get any younger.
No.
So we may want to look for a young stud defensive lineman.
But we also not only defensive lineman, edge. We still need edge depth because I'm sure Dupree's gone. Highsmith's going to be a star next year. Who's our depth? Ola. But
that's just about it.
Ola, he might get another reserve future contract. Who else?
Jerron Elliott, but I'm not really
good.
keen on him.
I don't want that motherfucker.
Cassius Marsh?
No, I don't want
No, he's another Chicolo. I don't want more Chicolos.
He's worse than Chicolo.
He might as well
He
be.
looks cool, but he ain't got the play style.
No, he don't.
He is bad, man. That playoff, oh, God.
I want a pretty decent backup/rotational guy that can get in there and do a decent job. Not like a TJ Watt or play like a TJ Watt, but a guy that can pretty much get it done.
Right.
So maybe they do look at running back, and maybe they can get one at a cheap, fine deal and look at other opportunities and positions in the draft. I don't know.
I could see them addressing D-tackle or maybe edge in free agency because they always try to get some cheap free agents like they did this year or this past season with Ebron and Wisniewski and who else? Derek Watt.
That is true.
So, they always make not really splashes, but they get some decent signings there for depth, and they have better impacts than we expect. Ebron specifically, Watt was underutilized, and Wisniewski, we caught him even though I don't think we should have, but
I don't know. I don't know. In today's game, he didn't look too good.
No, but in today's, the only reason why I say we shouldn't cut him is because of all the injuries we had at
that is true.
The offensive line.
That is true.
But
that did open an opportunity for Kevin Dotson to get in there, though.
Right.
Because if Wisniewski stayed, maybe he wouldn't have played as much as he did.
Yeah.
Who knows?
That's true. But Dotson's definitely a starter next year.
Absolutely.
Richard Gallagher with a $10 super chat. Steelers will win it all next year. Bet on it. Super Bowl 56 champions.
Dude,
wow.
Dude, I really hope so. As of now, I can't see it, but I do hope so. I really do.
I hope the mood's changed in 3 months, man. That's all I got to say there.
Yeah.
I really do hope that the mood has changed 3 months from now.
I do hope a lot of Steelers players were watching that Super Bowl and saying, hey, the Chiefs are beatable. We could be a team that could beat that team. We can be the team that can beat Mahomes to get to that position, to the Super Bowl, and beat the NFC team that went there.
Absolutely.
That's what I'm hoping. I don't know.
I don't think the Steelers are going to win the Super Bowl next year either. We all want to be biased and say it, but I don't think Ben can take us back. And I don't see this team being as good as it was next year. Or as it was this year, rather.
Especially if they bring back at least most of the same guys from last year.
Right. So that's my only concern.
Yeah.
So, now I'm trying to find Bravens on the Discord so I can
message him, yeah.
I'm having a difficult time finding him.
Do you know if he has a Twitter?
He might have a Twitter? He might.
Have you tried typing his name in?
That's a good idea.
On the top right here.
That's why you're
right here.
That's why you're here.
Yeah, that's what do you think twins are for?
What am I doing? Yeah, exactly. Having a twin has its benefits, but it sure doesn't.
I see how it is. And you know what? I feel the same way.
I'm glad you feel the same way.
Huh.
Because how else are you supposed to feel? Did Bravens leave the Discord chat?
Maybe, because we can't seem to find his name.
Ravens, if you're in the chat, man, let me know so I can email you
Direct message about the jersey.
Yes, since you officially won it.
Huh. We'll have to figure that out.
In fact, I'll message Discord chat now.
Let me see if there's anything going on Twitter, which I highly doubt, but...
There we go.
Big news. Blaine Gabbert won a Super Bowl before Lamar Jackson
Good,
did.
yeah, good for Blaine Gabbert.
And remember when he was supposed to be the future of the Jags?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's the Jags. Well, who they expect Trevor Lawrence to be the future of the Jags, man? I mean, Trevor Lawrence is great, but
Blaine Gabbert. Well, yeah, him, but also Blake Bortles looked promising. Look how that turned out.
Right. Fuhrer says SteelTwins, I tagged you in a mock draft on Twitter. All right, let me open up Twitter.
I actually have it right here.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
First round, Najee Harris. Second round, Landon Dickerson. Third round, Dylan Radins. Fourth round, Tutu Atwell.
Okay.
I like him. Kyle Trask in the other fourth round. Okay.
I was like, he traded too.
Oh, he did trade. Yeah, I see that. Riley Moore. I got to look more into him. And Kelvin Johnson. So we get corner depth. We get a tight end.
I'm not the biggest fan of Kyle Trask, at least not yet.
No.
I don't really know how he's going to turn out well when it comes to the big leagues.
Well, he has a name that's just waiting for him to be a bust.
I know.
So
it's like certain names are just not good because it's like usually names don't turn out to really tell, how they'll do in the league.
Yeah.
But sometimes they do. Kyle Trask just sounds like he's bound to be terrible, like Kyle Trask.
That is exactly my point.
Yeah.
I like Landon Dickerson a lot. He can play everywhere on the offensive line. My only issue is his medical report.
Yeah, I know. His injuries are very, very worrisome. Landon Dickerson is still a very nice offensive lineman.
Oh, he's great. But his injuries terrify the shit out of me. That's the only thing holding me back. I want to be mad if we take him, but those injuries scare me.
Yeah, they do.
I love his versatility, though. And Dylan Radins, I think I pronounced that correctly. He can play tackle and guard. Very underrated guy.
Yeah, very versatile guy, too. He's pretty good. And Tutu, I think he's a very nice, receiver as well.
For sure. Which, honestly, if we lose Juju, receivers could be an option.
Yeah, that's another thing to think and talk about, Now, our receivers are so young and talented. We technically don't need a receiver, but if the Steelers, even if we don't need a receiver, they get a receiver.
Yes.
They love their receivers. I think the last time we didn't get a receiver was what? 2013 or 14, something like that?
Right.
So, I think the streak continues with us getting a receiver whichever round, whether that's second or maybe even the sixth round. Who knows? Maybe we find a steal and develop him like an Antonio Brown again. Who knows?
Now, if Juju leaves, one guy I would absolutely love to have is Amari Rodgers.
Yes.
From Clemson. That is the prototypical slot guy. But I also wouldn't mind, what's his name? Demetric Felton from UCLA. He can play running back and receiver, man. He's so versatile. Clean route runner.
Mm-hmm. Another guy is also Des Fitzpatrick.
Yeah.
He's a very nice guy.
Big sleeper. Definitely in the late round. Same thing with Cade Johnson, I believe is his name. There's another one, D-Wayne X-Bridge.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. That guy's pretty good, too. Again, when it comes to the offensive positions, offensive line, receivers, tight end, there's a lot of talented guys.
Hell of a lot of talent.
Yeah.
Hell of a lot of talent.
And obviously our offense sucks.
Now let me ask you guys a question, the people in the chat. If we don't go, let me rephrase the question. If we go best player available, that could be any position. Best player available in the first round, who do you truly think that will be?
Oh, man. Well, guess who's live? Might as well show it on the camera right here.
Yep, Antonio Brown.
He's live celebrating his ring.
God, it pains me a little bit, but I'm a little happy for him.
I mean, I had to take him to write the coattails of a goat, but
of course, he Kevin Durant his way to the Super
just
Bowl.
like Bell tried to.
Bell tried to, yeah. So,
I mean, either one of them is going to win a ring by that way. So it is what it is. It's whatever.
Inspirational 412 says Juju is definitely gone. He wants to go to Miami. I mean,
He wants Tua throwing him the ball?
why not?
Or maybe even Desean Watson? Now, if Desean Watson goes to Miami, then I can't really blame Juju, if I'm going to be honest.
Who doesn't want to work with
Desean
Watson? Yeah.
Because I'm hearing Miami's one of the teams he wants to go to, and I can see Tua actually being traded in that package. So,
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if the Dolphins would do that.
I don't know.
I mean, they did.
There's been
they
times
did bench Tua a couple times for Fitzpatrick, so maybe they don't have true faith in him. I don't know.
Which I think it's a little too early to tell, though. I think Tua is still going to be a good quarterback. It just takes time for a young quarterback to develop.
Yeah.
Some of the greats of all time had to take time to develop. Tom Brady had to take time. Ben had to take time. Bradshaw had to take time. I even think Joe Montana had to take time.
Let's not forget Aaron Rodgers. He sat on the bench for 3 years. So.
Yeah. Some of these great quarterbacks take time. They can't just come out immediately and play like a Dan Marino or a Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
It takes time for these guys.
Definitely. Matt Harden makes a great point. Needed a middle linebacker to pair with Bush, kind of like White and David. Yeah, we need a cover inside linebacker.
Yes.
Bush is decent in coverage, but his size is going to be the
downfall.
Yeah.
It's going to be very crucial to him, but he had that speed.
Plus, he got beat a lot by Noah Fant in week 2, so... Plus, we have no cover inside linebackers.
No, and Steelers love to have linebackers on receivers. So if that's their goal, if they're still going to do that, considering who, Keith Butler is still there, get somebody.
Now, that could be Zaven Collins, who's got great size. He's a big boy for his size, but
6'4", 260, and he's fast.
Right, but he can also play inside and outside,
yeah,
which is perfect for our system. It could be Jabril Cox at LSU, who's a pretty solid guy in coverage.
Right.
Another speedy guy. So, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we go inside linebacker a little early because Williams is up there with age. We have no cover guys whatsoever. So I wouldn't be surprised if we go inside linebacker early, nor would I really be concerned. But it also depends on who's there and what we do in free agency.
Right. And also applies depth to that position, too.
Yes.
Because we even had to move Marcus Allen to that position, and he's a safety.
Right.
I mean, he did okay, but he's not the best, obviously. He's a backup.
Josh K said, I've said it lots, I don't want Harris round 1. There's other backs in the draft who, in my opinion, are as good as him. Harris is on the MVP, was on the map. Playing for Bama, people should take note of other guys. Agreed.
Yeah. Javonte Williams, there's Michael Carter, there's Trey Sermon.
There's Kenneth Gainwell, there's Kylan Hill.
Yeah.
So
there's a lot of stud backs that we can easily get in the later rounds.
Which is why, many people argue we should go line first, which, again, I'm not going to disagree with.
I think it'd be the more ideal and best, selection.
Yeah.
But again, it all depends on who's really there.
Right.
Everybody's draft boards change the day of the draft. Because you're going to think, okay, this guy could be there, or this guy could be there. The next thing you know, trades happen, and this guy's taken a lot earlier than you probably imagine.
Right.
And draft boards drastically change. So we really don't know, and that's the exciting part about the draft. Now I'm actually getting excited about the draft.
Oh,
the draft ain't here for another 2 months.
Well, it's officially the offseason, ladies and gentlemen, so it's time to get excited.
Yes.
There's going to be a lot of crazy stuff happening. There's already crazy stuff happening. Goff and Stafford swap teams.
Yeah, and the Rams gave away their 2 first-rounders.
For the next 2 years, outside of this year.
Yeah.
Well, they already traded that to the Jags, so... Jags?
Something like that. Yeah, because of Ramsey.
God. How's that working out for you?
Oh, man. I will say the Rams better hope this pays off, because if it doesn't, it's going to go down as one of the worst trades of all time, in my opinion.
The reason why you say that is because is this going to be one of those trades where it doesn't work out for either team? Because the Rams stacked Goff with tons of talent, and they didn't even score a touchdown in the Super Bowl.
No, they didn't.
Now, knowing Detroit's history and with an unknown
head coach, Dan Campbell, does it pay off for them? Do they capitalize on the bait and the compensation that the Rams gave them?
Right.
With the first-rounders, and even Jared Goff, who's still young, technically.
So I don't know. And even with the Rams, can Matthew Stafford take him to that next level? He has very little playoff experience. He's underrated for sure.
Yeah.
But is he that guy for the Rams? I don't know.
And at that age, too.
Yeah, they did trade for an older quarterback. I understand they tried to get out of that Goff deal, which they did, similar to what they did with Brandon Cooks last year.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know if Stafford's that guy.
We'll have to wait and see, but he does have a lot of targets.
Oh, of course.
And he is better than Jared Goff, but I don't really think by much.
Right.
That's just me.
Bad Mun says Trey Lance could be best player available. That's funny. I actually have a mock draft screenshot in my phone where I took Trey Lance once, and that's only because he fell to 24. I feel like, again, it depends who's there, but if Trey Lance falls to 24, it's going to be incredibly hard to pass up on a guy like Trey Lance. Even though I don't think we should go quarterback yet, a guy like Trey Lance, if he's there, is almost impossible to pass up.
It's real hard to pass up on. Trey Lance, I really think, could be someone special in the league.
Absolutely.
Whether I don't really know where he could go. The ideal place is obviously Washington, but who knows? Again, everyone's draft boards could drastically change.
Yeah. Plus, it also depends how many, teams go quarterback.
Yeah.
Matt Harden says, am I saying this right? MINKAH Parsons? MINKAH Parsons? I forget. But from Penn State, of course.
Yeah.
Inside linebacker. Great size. I like him.
I'd love him. I really don't think he's going to be there, though.
I don't know. I thought he could go top 10, but I think he'll eventually go top 20. There's a lot of teams that need inside linebacker.
Yeah.
There's the Panthers. They could be in the talks for a quarterback if they trade for one. If Justin Fields drops, they could take Fields. They could trade up for Fields. So I don't know.
Yeah.
This is going to be an incredibly interesting offseason when it comes to the quarterback position. We already saw Goff and Stafford swap teams. Wentz is on the move. Watson, even though the Texans deny it, he's going to be on the move.
He will be on the move.
The Patriots need quarterback. The Panthers need quarterback if they don't keep Bridgewater, which I don't think they should.
The Colts need quarterback.
Who else? There's so many other teams that, are obviously there, but of course the Jags, the Jets. What's going to happen with Darnold?
The Bears, the Niners.
I mean,
teams like that.
It's going to be a crazy offseason when it comes to the quarterback position.
Absolutely.
Someone said Najee. Someone said Peyton Manning. Now, he did make the Hall of Fame.
And huge props to him. Definitely worth it.
Yes.
First ballot Hall of Famer, absolutely.
Josh K says best player available at 24 is probably Tony from Florida, but receiver shouldn't be the pick. No, not in the first round.
No.
We already have a number one. So I'm good.
Yeah.
I feel like Ben is going to have a career season next year. I don't know.
I'd like to think that, but I truly believe the older, I do think that the older you get, the worse you can. Your playing style will die down.
Brady is an exception because
yes, he is.
I am convinced that man's an alien.
Oh, he's from another world. He's from another generation.
He doesn't age.
He don't.
He's not sore. He doesn't move like he's 43. He doesn't play like he's 43. It's like he just came into the league. I'm convinced that man's an alien.
I know, and you see guys like Ben, like Drew Brees, like Peyton Manning in his last year. They were declining badly.
Dude, you can see in their body language they're hurt. Tom Brady, he gets out there.
That's because he's never hit, though. No one's allowed to hit him.
That's fair.
No one's allowed to hit him, but you can hit Peyton Manning, you can hit Drew Brees, you can hit John Elway, you can hit Dan Marino, you can hit Ben, you can hit Mahomes.
That's true.
They don't give a shit about that, but you can't touch Brady. No. That's our guy.
That's a little fair, yeah.
I'm just saying.
Stafford plays more freely, does not have a rooting. He mixes it up. I mean, yeah, that's true too. Plus, you mix him with fuck's his name? White boy from the Rams.
Oh, Cooper Kupp.
Yeah, thank you. See, exactly. I was thinking Cooper Kupp, yes.
I actually heard Marvin Jones, obviously from the Lions. He says that he'd be interested in joining the Rams. So there you go.
Maybe Kenny Golladay goes there.
I don't know.
I doubt it because, do they really need a receiver? They still got Robert
Do they
Woods.
have the money?
I don't know.
The amount of contracts they're giving out to people?
I don't know.
Aaron Donald, Jalen Ramsey, the contracts they're dealing with Stafford.
Speaking of Kenny Golladay, receivers going to be interesting too. Where's Allen Robinson going to go? Where's Golladay going to go? Who else is a free agent? Juju. There's so many receiving free agents. It's nuts.
It is.
God, I gotta find the list actually, but it's nuts. It's stacked, man.
Yeah.
Like not one of them is bad, honestly.
No.
It's stacked. Those are guys that
are still reliable at their age.
Yeah. Brady was kissed by the football gods. He has a gift. Yeah.
I really don't get it. a guy of his age can still play like he's 25.
Right.
It's ridiculous. He's playing like he did in his first Super Bowl. It shouldn't be happening.
No.
But it is.
Ryan says should have signed Brady and cut Ben.
How much did Brady get signed for?
God, good question.
Let me actually search that up.
Here, I got you.
Okay, so
Brady.
since you got the computer here.
Fucking keyboard. Brady contract. Let's see. Tom Brady made. That can't be right.
No, that can't be right. Hold up.
This year he made. Where's it at? $28 million.
That's the cap hit right there.
That's cap hit.
Yeah. So.
What exactly did he make? Am I reading it wrong? I probably am.
Well, the base salary is $15 million. That's just his first.
He made
year.
a shit ton of money. Okay.
He did, and he won him the damn Super Bowl, so he earned his money.
And he said he's coming back.
Yeah,
Brady's not done.
The guy's not going to retire for another 2 years. I'm going to say.
Brady's not done.
I honestly say if he doesn't decline at all next year and takes him at least back to the playoffs, or at least goes far in the playoffs, they will extend him.
Yeah. He's open to playing past 45.
Yeah. So if he doesn't,
Who's the oldest player to ever play in the league? I'm searching it up. Is that Adam Vinatieri? Or was that some other kicker who played in his 50s?
No, wasn't it George Blanda or something?
Oldest player to play in NFL. I'm very curious about this. George Blanda. Give me an age.
Yeah, right
oldest
there.
player to ever play at the age of 48.
Yeah, so there you go, Brady. See, that's Brady's goal. He's going to play at 49. He's like, all right, I'm going to hang it up.
He was a quarterback and a place kicker.
Yeah.
He retired from pro football in August of 1976 at the age of 48.
Yeah, so Brady's going to play at 49. I'm like, all right, I'm done. I got nothing left to prove. I'm the oldest quarterback or player ever in the entire league.
Pretty
so there
much.
we go. That's what he's trying to do.
Yeah.
He's got more rings than any franchise. Now all he has to do is play another 5 years, and there we go.
Yeah.
There we go, Brady. Just stop winning Super Bowls, then I don't give a shit.
I can't even hate him no more because he's so goddamn good. It's like, especially this year, he proved me he's not assistant quarterback.
No, you can't deny it anymore.
I used to make the argument he's assistant quarterback. He's not the GOAT. Motherfucker, he's the GOAT.
He is the GOAT.
And again, I thought I'd never say that. And listen, I would be the last person to ever defend Brady and his squad. But I'll tell you what, they won that game.
No, they won that game. They were the better team. They wanted it more. Brady wanted it more.
Obviously.
You could tell Brady wanted it more at his age. He wanted to.
No, we're definitely not going to sign Brady. We're keeping Ben through and through, which is honestly sad. But
I kind of wish that we do pull New England and tell them, no more. New England looks stupid doing that, but I can understand why they did it because they're looking at a future franchise quarterback. They're looking for a younger quarterback. I can understand that. But
it seems like I got Bravens in the Discord chat.
Okay.
All right, emailing. I was just saying it's not.
It's not email.
It's not 2000. What the fuck? Okay, guys, do you like Zaven Collins for Steelers? Vince Williams played like trash, and we could save like $4 million.
I do like Zaven
really?
Collins.
I like Zaven Collins a lot. Many people have projected him to go 24 to the Steelers. Possible best player available. I'm not going to complain if we do take him. Again, it depends who's there.
Yeah.
But this guy can play outside, inside, great size. He's a big boy and can move.
Mm-hmm.
I like Zaven Collins a lot. And we need inside linebacker.
I'd say
I don't think we need. It's not
a desperate need.
It's not a bigger need than
it would be a fine, look at investing that position.
Yeah, but it would be definitely weird to go defense in the first round when we know we got to go offense.
Yes, it would be. It wouldn't be ideal. But Zaven Collins would not be bad at all. The guy's a stud.
Yeah, but that's why I also like a Jabril Cox in the second round.
Yeah, that's true.
If he's there.
Okay.
Let me see. Please send me your.
Let's see. Bruce Arians. Yeah, Bruce Arians has announced he's coming back. He's not retiring.
Oh, is he really?
Yeah, because there was speculation Bruce Arians was possibly going to retire if he won, and that Todd Bowles was going to be taking his place since he got some head coaching interviews, I believe, for some teams. But Bruce Arians says he's coming back.
Right.
So he's looking to get another ring. He's looking to get another Lombardi.
Would you sign Darnold or Trubisky and cut Banner and leave Mason. I would sign Darnold or trade for Darnold. Now, what the Jets want, I have no idea. They're not getting a first. I don't think they're getting a second.
No, if anyone's going to trade for Darnold, they're not trading away a first because they're going to be getting their quarterback. We all know they're going quarterback unless they truly believe that Robert Salehi, I think that's how you pronounce his name.
Salehi?
If he truly thinks that Darnold is the quarterback, then they're probably going to go maybe receiver or offensive lineman or whoever. But I think it's just inevitable they will go quarterback. So whoever trades for Darnold, or if he ever does get traded, they're not trading a first.
Right.
It's obvious. No one's going to trade a first for someone that may not even be worth it. It'd be stupid. Kind of like how I think it was the Dolphins that traded a second rounder for Josh Rosen. Look how that turned out. The guys with
keep forgetting
the
that.
guys with the Buccaneers practice squad.
Yeah.
And now Josh Rosen may not even get his chance at being the future for them.
Because Brady's still fucking balling, man.
And I will say, Josh Rosen's been getting the shaft. I will say.
Big time.
He hasn't really gotten the true opportunities. So I know he's looked bad in the opportunities he was given, but his surroundings never helped him. So it's kind of hard to really tell if he truly is a stud in this league.
Now, he never got a chance.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So with Brady playing for more years now, I mean, he's never going to get that opportunity until some team's going to call him. I don't know.
Yeah, I know what you mean for sure.
Unless he's to back up to Brady and Brady gets hurt, knock on wood, but I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. But, yeah, it's crazy. But I'd definitely rather sign or trade for Darnold. Trubisky sucks. Got to give it to Fournette. And how much can Jags waste their players? Yeah, they wasted that incredible Saxonville defense.
They did.
Because they were too invested in Blake Bortles. Where the fuck is he at now?
I honestly don't know. Last time I heard he was with Denver, but I don't even think he's with them anymore.
He went to Denver.
I don't know where he is anymore.
God almighty, dude.
I know he's on the couch right now, but I don't know. I have no idea.
What about Najee? I love Najee.
Yeah, Najee's a beast.
I'm not going to complain if we go Najee. Honestly.
As long as we get offensive linemen in within the next 2 picks.
That's how I see it. If we go Najee first round, we got to go offensive line the next 2 picks.
Yes.
We got to give him something to actually run
behind.
Yes.
Because if we get Najee, but we don't benefit the offensive line, he's running into a freaking brick wall.
He's running into the same issues that Snell ran into.
And Connor did. And everybody else.
Right, so.
Even Ben. So.
Exactly. Also, fuck the Steelers. Hey, he's a Tom Brady fan. Sam Darnold has only played for the Jets. I think he has potential. Yeah, definitely.
I definitely think he still does.
Well, plus Adam Gase. I mean, you can just... Ryan Tannehill is the biggest example. Adam Gase absolutely just limits his players, his quarterbacks.
Yes.
So
Tannehill was not that great under Adam Gase, and neither is any quarterback.
But look at him now.
The quarterback that really did anything under Adam Gase was Jay Cutler, but that's not anything special or anyone special.
You know who's the only quarterback that actually did something good against Adam Gase? And I'm going overall in his coaching career, not just.
I don't know who you're talking about.
Peyton fucking Manning.
Yeah, but that's Peyton Manning. Okay, that is Peyton Manning.
In the best year, arguably by a quarterback ever.
Yeah. So there you go.
How do you guys feel about? I don't mean to cut you off.
No, you're good.
How do you guys feel about these mock drafts or mock trades? For Desean Watson, including the first round and T.J. Watt? I'd be so mad.
It's not happening.
There's a lot of people saying for a franchise quarterback like Desean Watson, which is obviously hard to find. I mean, we only have 2 elite franchise quarterbacks in franchise history. So yes, we know how hard it is to find a franchise quarterback. So trading T.J. Watt and a first rounder for Desean Watson. Sure, to Steelers fans, sounds horrible. I'm one of those Steelers fans.
Yes, of course.
But finding a franchise quarterback is impossible to find. But trading a defensive player of the year candidate
or pretty much the enforcer on that defense,
I don't know if it's ideal.
I don't think it'd be smart, really.
I know we're good at finding outside linebackers, but T.J. Watt, man, is just a fucking animal.
Oh, I would honestly say he's a generational talent. He's a guy that is very hard to find. It's crazy because the guy only played linebacker 1 year in Wisconsin.
1 year after being a tight end.
Yeah, And he switched to linebacker because his knees kept getting fucked up, just like JJ and I think Derek. They all used to play tight end, but their legs and knees were getting fucked up because of that position.
So he switched positions.
Yes, and it benefits them. I mean, look at
all
them.
of them. J.J. Watt, 100 career sacks, Hall of Famer. T.J. Watt, Defensive Player of the Year candidate every year, who got robbed, by the way, for the second straight year.
2-time uncrowned Defensive Player of the Year.
Uncrowned. Exactly. I'm glad you said that.
Yes.
That's perfect.
Now listen, man. Like, I'm not denying anything from Aaron Donald.
Losing to Aaron Donald is not a bad thing.
And it's really not that big of a deal.
But T.J. Watt had the better year. So
when it comes to defensively, an overall defensive player.
So by that standard, T.J. Watt is Defensive Player of the Year. Everyone keeps making an argument, Aaron Donald's a defensive tackle, and him doing what he does is absolutely incredible for his position, which sure it is. He's being double-teamed, triple-teamed. So is Watt.
Yeah, so is Watt. Watt's held all the damn time.
Also, Watt drops into coverage very often and makes plays in coverage.
Yeah.
So they play different positions, but they both play well in their own respective roles. Wherever role they play. Whether Watt is getting double-teamed or triple-teamed. Same thing with Aaron Donald. Or when Watt is in coverage, he's still making plays.
Yeah.
But statistically, he had a better year. He led the league in sacks, quarterback hits, tackles for loss.
Pressures. I think overall, when it comes to complete defensive player in the entire league, Watt is that, and Watt did more.
Yeah.
And for a guy that only played linebacker for 1 year in college, coming into the league, considered a reach, and known as J.J. Watt's brother.
That's it, just J.J. Watt's brother. Who is T.J.? It's just J.J. Watt's brother.
Yeah. He has turned himself into arguably the best defensive player in the league.
He turned himself into a household name.
Yes.
So, I mean, losing to Aaron Donald is nothing to be ashamed of.
It's not a bad thing. It's not. And props to Aaron Donald.
He's probably the best defensive tackle of all time already.
If not, if he keeps going at the way he is, he undoubtedly will.
He will be. But I don't know.
I mean, props to Aaron Donald. He's a fantastic player, and he is deserving of that award. He absolutely is. And congratulations to him.
But I don't know. TJ Watt had the better year. That's just my opinion.
It is what it is, But this, that tweet by TJ Watt isn't just a joke, and I took that personally. That is reality, and I hope he uses that. I'm sure he will, because he did last year. He will use that as motivation to not only benefit himself, but this team, and do what he can to get this team to what we have been trying to fight for over a decade, and that's obviously number 7.
Right. So, where am I at? Trubisky is not that bad. No, I mean, he looked better in the second half of the season, but I'm still not taking Trubisky.
Now, Trubisky played better, but, after those types of games, it's still not, true or, what's the word? Yeah. Ideal if he's a franchise quarterback still.
Daniel Staff says, how do you think the Steelers would have done against the Bucs? Horrible. We would have had the exact same results.
Oh, no, dude, no. We would have been worse.
Brady would have cooked this defense. Our offense wouldn't get nothing going because of the creative blitzes that Todd Bowles called, plus the pressure that they allowed on Mahomes.
Yeah.
So imagine what they would have done with a slow-ass Ben Roethlisberger who can't move in the pocket no more.
No.
And the receivers we have, come on.
If the Steelers played the Bucs, they have Vince Williams on Rob Gronkowski, and I don't want to have nightmares about that.
We already saw Sean Davis. Imagine Vince fucking
No, they
Williams.
probably still have Sean Davis do it because they're desperate. Although putting MINKAH or Mike Hillen on them is more ideal.
Edmonds.
Or that works too, Edmonds, because he's perfect for that situation. But yeah, we would have gotten cooked. I don't think we would. The best would at least been a field goal. We would have looked like the Rams in that Super Bowl.
Yeah,
we would have. I'm being honest. I'm being dead honest.
Pop345 says Landon Dickerson at second or Dylan Radins. Am I pronouncing that correctly? We gotta get our names straight. I understand that. What do you think? I like them both.
Yeah, I
like Radins. Well, first of all, they're both versatile. Dickerson can play anywhere on the line. Radins can play left tackle and left guard. Radins is a little more healthy, though.
Yeah.
Dickerson, his medical report scares the shit out of me. There was another guard or tackle, Natane Moody, I think, from, I want to say, it wasn't Kansas. I forget. But he was a great offensive lineman, but his injury scared the shit out of me. Was it last year, or it was either last year or 2 years ago?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Like, these guys are very talented and they're very good, and they could be studs in the league, but it's the injuries that could cause them to drop in the draft, and that's, a big risk taking.
Right.
And I don't know if the Steelers really want to do that, considering, they Lost some guys on that offensive line. Mike Feeler, although he's not too ideal, but Zack Banner went out week 1, you know.
Right.
And guys are aging.
Well, Villanueva's gone for sure. Pouncey could be on the verge of retirement.
Yeah.
I think we keep the Castro.
So now with only guys aging, but guys also possibly injury prone, that's a big risk.
For sure.
We don't need that.
Angel says, fuck Antonio Brown. How about the league force him to fuck off now that he won a Lombardi? That'd be hilarious.
Yeah, why won't he join the XFL now? Who knows?
He would be MVP.
Maybe Landry Jones would get a second chance. Who knows? With the Dallas Renegades, right?
He couldn't do what he was awful. He ran like a turtle.
Okay, but
in mud.
no. He needs Antonio Brown, dude. He needs his main target when he was the backup. Maybe that will benefit him. Who was his target with the Renegades?
I don't fucking know, and I don't care. He sucked. He ran like a turtle in mud.
He did, though. Yo, how the hell was Landry Jones our backup for that long?
Because fucking Randy Fichtner was the quarterback coach.
Yeah, he was.
With new offensive coordinator Matt Canada and familiarity with Anthony McFarland, Steelers may go offensive line or linebacker first pick. Steelers rarely play rookies much first year. Have to learn to pass protect. And yes, TJ got robbed. Agreed. 1,000% with everything you said.
Absolutely.
I do expect Anthony McFarland to get a bigger role next year. I don't think he'll be the starter, but I expect him to be an expanded role in this offense as a rotational guy. Maybe we motion him out as a receiver.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe in the jet sweeps and read options, maybe.
I definitely expect him to be used more in that Jalen Samuels role, considering Samuels
sucks.
We tried to use him in those roles, and he never accomplished that.
Right.
I don't know what he did in that Patriots game. I don't know what was up his ass, but thank you for that, Samuels. But ever since then, he's never lived up to that potential.
Right.
I don't know what happened, so definitely use McFarland more. The guy's got a lot of potential with his speed.
TJ didn't show up against the Browns. It's a regular season award. It is. Quite frankly, if I'm going to be honest, it's a popularity contest. It is.
Overall.
And yes, Donald had more forced fumbles. TJ Watt had 8 last year.
Yeah.
And he still didn't fucking win
But
it.
Stephon Gilmore won because what? He had more picks? He had 6 last year, right? Xavier Howard had 10. So why didn't he win it? Huh?
By that logic, you're right, yeah.
But Watt had 8 forced fumbles last year. Donald only had 4. Yes, more than Watt, who had 2, but what the fuck?
But if you're going by the forced fumbles logic, why didn't
or more
Watt
statistical logic? You know?
That's just the way I see it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? TJ Watt will have 17+ sacks next season. I sure hope so. I'm hoping he breaks 20.
I don't know what else he needs to do. Does he need to break the Steelers sack record? Because quite frankly, if he's not held all the time,
you know what's
I
crazy?
think he will.
You know what's crazy? He hasn't broken it yet.
He could have this past year, though.
That's scary, but that's also great because he hasn't hit his prime yet.
I know.
He's better. I don't want to say he's better than James Harrison yet. He probably arguably is. But when it's all said and done, TJ Watt will be the best. Oh, I'm sorry. I wouldn't say the best because the best outside linebacker in Steelers history is Jack Ham. He'll be up there, though. I think he'll be better than James Harrison in terms of sacks and as a player and as a pass rusher in Steelers history. He might even break James Harrison's sack record.
He might.
He's going to get paid.
I think it's bound to happen, and he will get paid. That's where the
paid.
Steelers need to work on the money.
Well,
and I'm sure they will.
He's playing on a 5th-year option this year.
I know he is.
In 2022, we have the most salary cap. He'll get paid.
I'm sure he will.
He'll get paid.
I'm sure he will.
He better get fucking paid. Otherwise, we just let go of the Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah, we did.
How can you do that? It's like letting go of Troy Polamalu after he won the Defensive Player of the Year in 2010. Or even James Harrison in 2008.
Yeah. Well, the Raiders traded away Khalil Mack.
Well, they did that.
They did. Mack had more sacks than that team. So there you go.
Yeah. Cam Sutton, he can cover tight end. Cam Sutton's versatile, man. I really like Cam Sutton. I'm hoping we can keep him.
Yeah, I don't think we keep both, unfortunately, because I love Hilton. I think he's great, and I love Sutton. But I think the more cheaper deal we could keep is definitely Sutton. But that's not even a bad thing.
Well, who would you rather keep, Sutton or Hilton? And that's for the chat as well.
Overall,
it's tough.
I know it is. Overall, I'd probably say Hilton because I do think he's faster, he's more versatile, and he's a better blitzer.
He's a better playmaker, but in terms of coverage, I think Sutton's got him.
That I may have to agree with you on that one.
So do you go for the playmaking ability or do you go for the coverage?
I don't know. The playmaking ability benefits the defense more, don't it?
Sure, but, you need coverage.
Yeah.
We know what it's like to not have covering corners.
Yes. Don't remind me. Or any of us, please. God, nightmares.
We could be here all night. A Chris Jericho list of the corners we had from 2014 to 2017.
18. 19.
All those years.
Yeah. Oh, man.
All those years. God almighty. I swear to God, I can name them all.
The worst memories.
I know them all by memory. I swear to God.
And that's a bad thing.
That is a bad thing. But you know what? I look at it that way because I'm so grateful for what we have now.
And that's why we need to capitalize. And that's why...
this year we should have
This
capitalized.
past year we should have, and we didn't. Now next year maybe another...
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Damn.
Yeah, I think Connor's gone, Christian. I think Connor's definitely gone.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's inevitable, really.
Yeah. I would like Benny Snell. I think he deserves a chance with a better O-line. I agree. I don't think he started quality, but he did run for over 100 yards against the Giants with a fresh offensive line in week 1. So
I feel like Snell does need to work on his running mechanics and everything, because I feel like every time he runs it, he's not exactly, quick immediately once he gets the ball, and I feel like when he does...
Well, he has no burst.
And that's his problem. And he, runs into a wall. He runs into his lineman all the time.
Yeah.
I feel like if he can work on that, then maybe Snell can show a lot more potential
that's also
when
the
he did
line.
in Kentucky.
Right, but that's also a line not giving him any room.
Right. I agree.
Pay these men their money. They speak the truth. Hey, you're paying us enough, Brian. Stephon Gilmore had 9 picks last year. I thought he had 6. Did he have 9?
No, I thought he had 6. Did he?
Brian, I believe you are a Pats fan. Would you trade Gilmore, and for what? Because I keep hearing Gilmore's going to be traded. No, I don't want him. He's aging.
Nah, and
he's at the decline of his career. I don't want that contract or a new contract.
I don't think we can really afford it right now, considering the free agents we're going to have to try to get.
Yeah. Only problem, if we draft a lineman, he might not start because the Steelers don't trust rookie linemen. Yeah, they didn't start Dotson. I mean, he was a 4th rounder, but they didn't start him immediately. If he's a first-round pick, then he's going to have to play. Like, if it's a left tackle and Villanueva's gone, which is almost guaranteed, he's got to start.
Yeah.
Unless you move Chucks to left tackle, and you put Banner at right tackle and then have the rookie sit for a little bit,
and
maybe.
Develop, yeah, you could do that. I mean,
now
when it comes to the Steelers, though, they always tend to do that. But they always start the more
experienced guys.
Yes, thank you. And they develop their guy.
If I'm correct, I could be completely wrong. The last 2 offensive linemen we drafted in the first round was Patsy and the Castro. I believe they both started week 1.
You might be correct about that. I can't remember. It's been a while.
Patsy and the Castro, man. Connor or Snell? Oh, God. Oh, God. Connor is a Pro Bowler, but he can't stay healthy.
Snell, could still develop, could still get better. I do think that. Overall, I'd probably say Connor, because I think he's more of a, if he were to stay healthy, he's more of a productive guy.
Right.
And I think he's got better hands in the receiving game.
People are saying keep Hilton, and there's someone saying definitely Sutton got better cover ability, so and you can't go wrong either way. I would love to keep both.
Oh, I think it'd be great to keep both.
Am I the only one that thinks we could trade Nelson and then put Sutton as the number 2?
Do you think that could work?
I don't know. I wasn't impressed with Nelson this year. And it could be a good way to save up some cap.
Right. I don't know if Sutton's
That's just me.
I don't know if Sutton's really an ideal outside guy, but maybe he can work on that. I don't know.
Well, he looked pretty decent as an outside guy this year when Hayden was hurt. Now, he didn't look too great in the Bills game, I believe, or what was the other game he played? The Browns, I think? I forget.
It might have been the Browns, I think you're correct.
But I wouldn't mind him as a number 2, opposite of Hayden. People are saying Hayden could be cut for cap reasons.
A lot of players could be cut because of cap reasons, because I think the cap's supposed to be significantly more down than it was in previous years.
Right.
So we could see some surprise cuts.
Or even trade. People are saying trade to Castro. I agree but disagree. I think he only had an off year because he was injured.
Right. Which is a rarity for him, though. Is that also a concern for his future?
It definitely is, but
he's rarely hurt.
I know.
Or he rarely got hurt.
But he's still a Pro Bowler when healthy, so I think we got to give him another chance, even though
yeah, that's true.
Trading him or cutting him would definitely save us a lot of cap. And we could put Dotson at right guard since he already started in due of DeCastro when he was hurt. Mm-hmm. We could draft a left guard. That could be a Deontay Brown, big boy. It could be a Dylan Radunz where we could put him at left guard. It could be, who else is there? Trey Smith maybe. Wyatt Davis, if he's there. I'm expecting him to go early day one.
Yeah,
Day two.
Yeah.
There's plenty of guys. There's Quinn Miners, who I really like a lot. He's from a small school, but he impressed a lot in the Senior Bowl.
Oh, he did.
Big sleeper.
Mm-hmm.
So,
A.K.A. the God, yeah.
I don't know.
A lot of options, you know.
Again, it's going to be incredibly interesting all season for the Pittsburgh Steelers to see what they do in terms of cap reasons. It all starts with Ben.
It does.
I'm excited. Where am I at? Sutton, he is better in coverage and he is cheaper. That's exactly what I'm thinking, yeah.
Yeah. Again, you can't go wrong with either guy. Both guys are pretty good.
Definitely.
I will say Sutton is definitely younger, too. So maybe we want to keep the defense a lot younger.
Right.
Maybe work on that. I will say this about Sutton. When it comes to our development for defensive back overall, we suck. But he's been the one guy in many years.
And a pool of just
failures.
Dead fish.
Of failing defensive back.
He's that one that's still alive. He's the one that's still swimming.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I mean, good on him. I mean, we got a stud. I'll say that draft class was a great draft.
Oh, come on. Watt, Juju, Sutton, and Connor.
Yeah.
Fuck the rest of it. Dobbs and all that. No, fuck that. But, I mean, the first four was incredible.
Oh, they were great, man.
They're all. I don't think Sutton's Pro Bowl talent yet, but he has the potential to be.
Yeah, he definitely.
So you could say they're arguably all Pro Bowl talent.
Starter talent, absolutely.
Yeah.
Maybe not Connor anymore, but at the time, yeah.
Right.
When he made the Pro Bowl, so.
Absolutely. Let's see. Question: What happened with Steven Nelson? He had a great year in 2019, but in 2020 he played like trash. I don't know.
I know, 2019, Nelson Island, he was locking down everybody.
He allowed 0 touchdowns.
He was even being compared to Stephon Gilmore, when it comes to statistics.
So, yeah.
But 2020, his island was burning to the freaking ground. It was sinking.
Right.
I don't know what the hell happened to him. He was getting torched, man. He had more picks, but that was just in one game.
Yeah. And Matt Harden, I agree. Watch out for James Pierre. Coach C loves this guy. He's a big sleeper. He was undrafted. He came in and took the 53-man roster spot, or earned his spot, rather.
With no preseason.
No preseason. And he played very little in the Browns game in Week 17. So there's not much you can base off him, and it's pretty tough to bet on a guy with little experience. But I do like him a lot, stepping up as a depth guy. He's under contract next year.
Yes.
So this year's going to be big for him and stepping up as a depth guy, maybe even the next slot guy if Hilton's gone. If Sutton's gone.
Right.
Because cornerback could be looking very different next year.
And see how much more James Pierre really develops and see if he can take that opportunity and capitalize.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Ethan, no. I don't think Steelers should bring back AB. I'm good on that.
No, it's not happening. It really ain't.
Connor was a Pro Bowler because of the O-line with Mike Munchak, definitely. But, Connor's still a solid back when healthy.
I don't know about star-wise. I definitely think rotational-wise.
Right.
I feel like if you put him in that rotational role, kind of like how the Saints do with their running backs, and even I'd say the 49ers.
Why don't we do that?
If he were, that probably Fickner. He doesn't have that creativity. If you were to go to a team that's creative with their backs and use them in a way that can keep them healthy and rotate them, like the Niners, maybe Connor can get back to that style. Maybe he can produce a lot more.
That is if he stays in Pittsburgh.
That could be the case. I don't know.
We'll see
maybe
what happens.
Kendall. Maybe I don't. I really don't know.
Yeah. Sebastian Gonzalez says, "Sup, SteelTwins. Favorite Steelers player, bros. Right now, TJ.
Right now, TJ.
All-time Hines Ward.
Troy Polamalu.
Skywalker26 says, "What's the Discord link?" The way to get the Discord link is to DM us on one of our social platforms, either Twitter at SteelTwins or Instagram at Steel_Twins. The reason why I don't put it in the live chat or the descriptions or even the comments anymore is because the last time I did that, it's accessible to anyone, so we got a lot of trolls.
And it got out of hand. It got
incredibly. There were times where I was at work, and I got notifications that there were trolls, and people were messaging me, "Hey, there's this troll in the chat. Can you block them?" So,
yeah, and we had to take care of it, and we just don't want to deal with that.
Plus, they were like, the trolls were pressuring people to get others to say racial slurs and all this stuff and posting inappropriate stuff, and it was out of hand.
Yeah, we don't need any of that in the Discord chat.
So the only way you guys can join the Discord chat is to DM us on one of our social platforms. Again, Twitter at SteelTwins or Instagram at Steel_twins.
Yep.
Y'all want Juju? Of course. Love Juju.
Yes.
Hayden have to be cut. He is good, but he is so expensive. He could be another guy that gets restructured. See, I don't know if we can cut him because he's our best corner. And yes, I'm taking him. I might be taking him. Well, I don't want to take. I'm sorry. I'm not taking him for granted because obviously we don't have a great history of cornerbacks lately.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm just. I guess. What's the word I'm looking for? Relieved that we finally have a good corner, so I don't want him to go yet. I don't know.
And Joe Hayden, for his age, he can still show. He can be. He's not lockdown like Tre'Davious White, but he's dependable.
Oh, he can make plays still.
Yeah.
Just don't put him on a fast guy.
No.
Alex D says, first day back at school tomorrow, I really don't want to go back. I feel you. I got to go back to work tomorrow. We both do, actually.
Yeah.
Sucks. I feel you, dude.
Yeah.
Especially going back to school, like after a good break. Or even just the weekend in general. I feel you. It sucks. But get that education, I'm telling you. Putting Zack Banner at left guard, he is a big mauler. He is. He's a much better run blocker, by the way. So he's a tackle. I don't know how he is as a guard, but it could be a nice experiment for him. He's a big body.
Maybe we work him out to be used as that versatile piece.
I do think we do keep him. Zack Banner's already expressed he wants to stay. Steelers like him. The fans love him.
Yes. He's very charismatic.
Yeah, so I'd gladly keep him.
And I'm definitely excited because I'm sure we will keep him. I'm definitely excited to see how much better he gets, especially coming off an ACL injury, and how much more dedicated he will be to getting his potential starting position back.
Yes.
Seeing how he does. Because in that Giants game, he wasn't really all that great.
No, he did not impress me.
But I do think throughout the season he was going to progress because some of that may have been rust.
No preseason.
Yeah. So, I don't know. Maybe he'll get better. Maybe it depends on,
Well, he's determined because of his injury.
Yeah.
So
what I'm trying to say is, he's obviously going to battle with Chucks.
Right.
Considering Chucks had to replace him. And he didn't do too bad, but he wasn't too great. So
all for another shot.
Yeah, it is. Absolutely. It could definitely make them both better.
What if we sign T.Y. Hilton or Will Fuller? I'd sign T.Y. Hilton just to be a veteran guy, a veteran aspect in that locker room for the receiving core. But it have to be a very, very friendly deal. Will Fuller, I'm good. He can't stay healthy.
No, he can't. He can't. I'm sorry. The talent he possesses, man.
XC Sick says, I still have nightmares about Artie Burns. Believe me, so do I. I keep going back to our reaction video. God, I don't. I refuse to, actually. I can't. Owen Hart. Wow, Owen Hart, man. If we draft Kellen Mond, am I saying that right?
I think you are, yeah.
And he starts, will you be happy if it ever happens? I got to look more into him. He's going to need a lot of development.
Mm-hmm.
Under Matt Canada's system, it could work out, but I don't know. Personally, I don't think we go quarterback this year.
I don't think it's a position that we're really going to be looking at, even in the later rounds.
Yeah.
I just really don't. I know I've heard that they're interested in Kyle Trask.
No.
They're interested in a lot of players. That doesn't mean they're going to get them, so.
No. Let's see. Oh, God. Senquez Golson. Anyone remember him? He never played a snap in his life.
Dude.
He was second round pick out of Ole Miss, by the way. Artie Burns, who was an absolute bum. Artie bum. Maybe Edmonds, but he was decent in 2020. I actually starting to like Edmonds. No. Can that fucker unblock us on Twitter?
Yeah, I know. He still has us blocked on Twitter. But
I said I was sorry.
No, seriously. Edmonds has definitely progressed a lot, much more than he did last year, in my honest opinion.
I think he breaks out next year.
I wouldn't be surprised, but I won't go that far yet. But he's getting
better.
You can tell he's getting better. He's definitely progressed a lot.
He's getting better.
He's a better tackler. He's got more of an eye for the ball. I will say that his ball tracking skills are definitely getting a lot better. I'm actually excited for Edmonds' progression. And yes, I just said that.
Yeah. Would you pick up Mark Ingram and draft Harris? Would I do both? No. Because at that point, the running back room, in terms of numbers, is a little stacked. And I don't know where any of them would fit. Because we'd have Ingram, we'd have Harris, we'd have McFarland, and we have Snell. Thankfully, Samuels will be the odd man out. Do we keep 4 running backs, and how do they all fit?
Yeah.
Unless we get a committee going, but I don't know if that's going to happen. I'm hoping Canada actually brings that to the table. But if we pick up Ingram, that might push us to save running back later, which is fine with me.
Yeah.
If we don't, Harris is probably a more likely pick.
Right.
What is your favorite WWF, WWE era? Attitude era.
Obviously, Attitude era.
We grew up in the ruthless aggression era with, of course, guys like Triple H, Orton, Edge, Cena, Michaels,
Batista,
Taker,
Undertaker,
Carlito,
MVP, freaking
RVD, all those guys.
Yeah.
Bro.
But when we were very, very little, before we actually really got into the ruthless aggression era, we actually had old VHS tapes of old WWF tapes, like No Mercy. There was
WrestleManias. WrestleMania 2000, WrestleMania 15,
there was
14.
there wasn't No Mercy. It was
Fully loaded.
Thank you. Fully loaded. The first blood match between Taker and Stone Cold. That match was brutal.
Oh, Attitude Era, hands down. Nothing will ever top. I'll tell you
Yes.
that. Justin Lane has to step up, too. Yeah, he does. He's still very raw. I'm not going to say he's a bust yet because, I mean, it's still early to tell.
It's very early to
He's
tell.
coming into his 3rd year, but he's very raw. I'm hoping he can improve because he could be that next outside guy.
And he does have the size. I think he's like 6'3" or something. He has the size that's extremely intriguing for an outside guy.
Right.
So I'm hoping he does progress.
If Bill Cowher returns, do you think we will win the Super Bowl? No. No. Bill Cowher's been out the game for 15 years. And honestly, he's not coming back at all because why would he?
There's really no point for him to, though.
No.
I mean, the guy's going to be in the Hall of Fame.
Now, it would be funny as shit if he came out of retirement and won the Super Bowl. That'd be like Edge, who
Came out of retirement.
even though he's in the Hall of Fame, and won the Rumble.
Yes. So.
Are y'all going to stream games this offseason? Not 100% sure. We plan on streaming the draft. Not sure if that's going to be on our channel or Just Blaze's channel. During the draft, we will be in Pittsburgh with Just Blaze and family. So we'll probably be live on this channel or his channel. Maybe we split it or something. I don't know. We got to talk to him about that. But we do plan on being in Pittsburgh for the draft. So we will be in some shape or form live during the draft. But other than that, we might get Madden content out there. We'll obviously have mock drafts, news on the Steelers, stuff like that. Try to keep up with as much Steelers content as possible. After the draft, I don't know what's going to happen. That's where we always fall into a roadblock.
Right, because there's nothing really going on outside of training camp.
Right.
But even then, that's that.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. We're definitely going to have to think about what to do this offseason when it comes to content.
One of the things could be another Q&A because someone just said we need another Q&A soon. That could be coming a lot sooner than we thought.
Yeah, it could.
Maybe get one in between. Maybe after the draft. Maybe in between of training camp and all that. So
that could work too. Absolutely.
Christian says, do you guys regret calling the Bucs overrated? Because I do, yes. I thought they were going to go one and done. I thought they were like the Browns of last year, where they, oh my God, they're all this, they're a super team, they're all hot shit. Because how often do super teams work out? Apparently, this year it did.
Yeah, it really did. So, yes, we regret saying they're overrated. They're not overrated. They're legit.
Cheesy Goose says mock draft like 6 times. Mock draft, yes, we'll have a lot of mock drafts, man. Our first mock draft will be live and uploaded
this Wednesday.
Or not live, live on
the channel,
but not
live stream wise.
No.
Yes, live means uploaded. That's what he means.
It'll be
this Wednesday.
This Wednesday, yes, our first mock draft, which is already complete, by the way. We just gotta,
record,
and talk
edit,
all that.
Yeah.
After watching the Super Bowl and the Chiefs O-line struggle, do you think Steelers should go offensive tackle first round or running back? I want Najee Harris, but after watching the Chiefs O-line tonight, I don't know. Ethan, you're exactly correct. After seeing Mahomes get pressured and have no answers, even though he fought his hardest and threw some crazy passes under pressure.
Even when he was falling to the ground.
But honestly, do you see Ben doing that? Fuck
no.
Yeah, we got to go line.
We definitely do, especially for his age.
Yeah.
Even coming off surgery this past, last offseason.
Yeah.
Because his offseason's now here. Last offseason.
Right.
Pretty much.
Pop345 says, I think Matt Fielder can back at right tackle, Banner at left guard, and Dotson at right guard. Just need to draft a new left tackle and center. That's a good way to look at it. Matt Fielder was a pretty decent right tackle.
Yeah, I think he's better off as a tackle than a guard, although I don't really know. I don't know if it's just his mechanic or just the way he blocks.
That's just the way his body works and his movements and his technique.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Now, Banner as a guard, though, that I'd be interested because he is a big dude.
Yes.
And a big dude at guard is obviously very intriguing.
Our interior defensive linemen, or offensive line, got to be maulers. They got to be fierce fighters. They got to be able to push these fucking dudes like Dotson, like Foster, like DeCastro, like Patsy in the early years.
Yes.
They got to push these fucking dudes. That's what Dotson can do.
Yeah. And
Banner's got the size to do it.
Yeah, and he is a much better run blocker than pass blocker.
I just don't know if he has experience at guard. I could be wrong. But
I'm not sure.
I wouldn't mind experiencing. Tackling could improve more, but the arrow is pointing up. I'd imagine you're talking about Edmonds or Lane. Where do you think Connor goes? I don't know. See, there's no better fit than Pittsburgh for him.
I know, but
it's just the perfect story. It's the perfect landing spot. So
I know. It's just gonna be weird because I'm sure he will leave the Steelers.
So maybe we do keep.
It's just gonna be weird. It's gonna be weird if he does leave, him going to another team.
Yeah,
it's gonna be weird. But if there's one team, I guess obviously a team that needs a running back. Maybe the Texans, maybe the Jets. Maybe I really don't know. It's kind of hard for me to pick.
It truly is. I don't know.
Dolphins maybe.
I would say the Packers, but they have AJ Dillon. I do think they keep Jamal Williams if they don't keep Aaron Jones.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I really don't know. Pop 345 brings up an incredibly interesting discussion. I would give a chance to Mason Rudolph with a better team than Matt Canada. No one can convince me otherwise that Matt Canada had most influence in the Week 17 matchup against the Browns. And we saw how Mason did. He played his ass off.
Yes, he did.
He played his best game of his career.
Yeah.
With the targets. Now you give him a better line in an actual rushing game. Yeah, I think he can do well under a guy like Matt Canada who actually lets him air it out and gives him freedom, unlike Fichtner.
Right.
Just saying.
Especially Matt Canada, who has more of a today's generation type of play style and mindset, something that Fichtner obviously didn't have.
Right.
Because Fichtner's old school, and that old school mentality is long gone in today's league.
Yeah.
So Matt Canada, with his play style, the way he was able to do, even in college, with the quarterbacks he had, Mason is the type of quarterback that could benefit, or that could be benefited in Matt Canada's type of play style.
Yeah.
And playbook.
Right.
So it could benefit him, but we probably will never know that because Ben's coming back.
Right.
I don't know.
I wanted Jonathan Abram over Edmonds, but I am happy that he is getting better. I really liked Abram out of, what was it? Wasn't Alabama. I fucking forget. What was the college?
Here, let me check quick.
Well, maybe it was Alabama. No, it can't be Alabama. I forget what college, but I did like Abram. Now I'm hearing a lot of things, how he's like the worst covering safety in the league. I don't know.
He came from Mississippi State.
Okay.
I don't know about that. I think
I
think Abrams can definitely be.
There were two guys
something.
I wanted, Jesse Bates or Justin Reed. I liked Edmonds coming out of Virginia Tech, not day one,
not in the first round,
not at all. That's why when you saw our reaction, we kicked back a little bit. We were like, whoa. He's like a third-round pick.
Right, but at the same time, we couldn't be surprised because Tomlin loves his Virginia Tech guys.
Oh, man. If there's two schools, or if there's two nearby schools that Tomlin really loves,
and is going to pursue when it comes to draft time, it's obviously Virginia Tech and Maryland.
Because they're so close to his hometown.
Yeah. And we weren't surprised by Edmonds being there, but he's progressing.
Yeah. What about Avery Williamson? I don't know. We could keep him.
It definitely had to be on a cheap deal.
He's like another Vince Williams.
Yeah.
He's horrible in coverage. He's a great run defender.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
He's got some speed, but not great speed.
No.
He's a fine player. I think he's pretty decent, but...
Tell you what, that picture he posted on Instagram earlier was fucking incredible.
Yeah, he's a lucky man.
Yes, he is.
I'm sure he's having the time of his life.
I feel like Connor would go somewhere like the Jets or the Pats. Someone mentioned the Chargers, so...
I could see the Chargers.
Yeah.
I really can.
Should we get Bradshaw out of retirement? Sure, why not?
Call him up.
Do you think we should get Bell back? No. I was open to it early in the season. Now I'm good.
It's not going to happen.
He's not into it no more.
Obviously.
He's not into it.
It's really not. I mean, if it was, maybe he would have. earlier on.
Yeah.
When we had our problems, but obviously he said no.
The Bucs defense shut Mahomes down, and that KC offense, I didn't know that was possible. That's what pressure does to a lot of quarterbacks.
Yeah, it really does.
Please tell me Brown didn't score. Greg, I am sorry to say he scored right before the end of the first half.
Yeah, he scored a touchdown, and now he's celebrating on Instagram Live like he usually does.
Good for him. Do y'all think we should trade Big Ben to a desperate team with a quarterback need? Yes.
Yeah.
It's not happening. Ben's already said he's coming back. The team wants him back. He's the only team he's ever going to play for is the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah. So,
plain and simple.
And when it comes to Steelers, I get it's Ben. He's our quarterback. He's done so much for the organization. And, yeah, for forever.
But
thank you, Ben.
There's a time you got to just cut the fucking cord.
It's time for you to move on. The fucking Patriots did that with Tom Brady.
Yeah. Plus, we did it with Ward and Palomalu.
But I guess because it's a quarterback and because it's Ben.
He runs the show.
I guess.
Bravens is in the building. What's good? Just popping in for a bit. Bravens, of course, for those that don't know, was the winner of the MINKAH FITZPATRICK jersey giveaway, as I'll show right here, right now.
Yep.
Right there. Yeah, buddy.
And once again, huge congratulations to Bravens won on the MINKAH FITZPATRICK jersey giveaway.
Hopefully we can get this sent out ASAP. I'm planning for, which is technically today since it's Monday now.
Yes.
But, yeah, huge shout out to him for winning it. What's up, man? Which linebacker was better, Avery Williamson or Mark Barron?
Williamson. I'm sorry, Barron act like...
Is neither an answer?
I'm sorry, I say Williamson because at least Williamson tried. Barron, I feel like, never did try.
Yeah.
I'll still never... The Browns game.
Yeah, where he just allowed a touchdown to that backup
He looked at the ball and let Seth Devolve, I think it was...
Maybe.
Just catch over him. He looked at the ball and said, okay.
Yeah, Yenzer is a crazy Super Bowl outcome for sure. I didn't expect something like that. I expected the Bucs to win, but nothing like that. I never expected Mahomes to ever play like that.
I didn't expect a blowout. I didn't.
Sebastian Sanchez says, SteelTwins being a big fan and love you. This offseason is the most crucial since we have the toughest schedule next season. Are the Steelers going to qualify to the playoffs? I can't tell you right now.
It's kind of hard to really predict.
We don't know what the roster's going to look like. We don't know what the cat's going to look like. We don't know what the draft's going to look like. I can't honestly tell you right now.
Right. We know our opponents, but what's the schedule really going to be like?
Yeah.
You know? When's our bye week? What's the row of our competition?
Right. How many road games are we going to have in a row? Because the road game schedule next year is tough.
Yeah, we got the Chiefs and...
The Bills, the Packers, I think.
Maybe the Rams, right? Too?
Maybe? Do we? Yeah.
Yeah, the Chiefs, Packers, dude, that's just 3, and there's more.
Yeah, man.
It's insane. Like,
CJ Nice is in the building and says, yo, what's up, man?
What is going on?
Darrisaw can be a Steeler because he is from Virginia Tech. I love Christian Darrisaw.
Yes.
That is the dream. I don't know if he lasts at 24. If he is, that's my guy.
And like I said earlier in the stream, a lot of people's draft boards could drastically change. You know, there are other prospects that some teams may think is better than the other one, and they could take him. Like last year, I think it was Andrew Brown for the Giants. The Giants took him when Tristan Wirfs and Jedrick Willis, or is that his name for the Browns?
Jedrick Willis.
Yeah, those, in my opinion, were the top 2 offensive tackles. But Andrew Brown, I think that's his name, went first to the Giants.
Yes.
So draft boards could be drastically different, and he could very well be there. And if he's there, I think he's going to be our guy.
Yeah, for sure.
And Darrisaw's going to be a beast.
Just because of that Virginia Tech connection, and we need a left tackle.
And the guy's talented as hell. The guy can block, and the guy can...
Oh, yeah.
The guy's going to be a stud.
He's athletic, too. Tom Brady with 7 rings got me sick. Oh, Lord. Yeah, he has more rings than any franchise in the NFL. All 32 franchises.
Yep.
We need a run... Well, there it is. We need a running back, O-line, and tight end. Agreed.
Yep.
I think that's where we got to go first. But it also depends on the defensive depth we have. Since we have a lot of defensive depth free agents.
Mm-hmm.
Just remember, Devin Bush will be back this season, so no need for Avery Williamson. Indeed.
That's true.
But also, we need depth inside linebacker. See, so it's tough.
Mm-hmm.
But I do think we keep Spillane on a reserve contract or a friendly deal. Spillane was pretty solid, I'd say.
Yeah. When he filled in, If I'm going to be honest, I didn't expect much from Spillane. I always thought he was a special teams guy. Another Tyler Matakevich. He definitely blew my expectations, but he wasn't all that great. But he was fine. I feel like he was pretty reliable in some situations.
Right.
Especially when it came to the running game.
A friend of mine said he thought the refs were favoring the Bucs. See, a lot of people are saying that, how this game was rigged. And listen, I do think there is such a thing as leagues, sports leagues, favoring and rigging teams for specific narratives. But the Chiefs lost that game.
They did.
You can blame it on the refs. The refs may have been a factor. Some of the calls were bullshit. The holding's arguable. The pass interference on that one dude where the pass was overthrown to Evans was bullshit. The one on Matthew when he covered Antonio Brown, which was overthrown, was ridiculous. Absolutely. But the Chiefs lost that game. They had nothing going on offense. The receivers couldn't catch the ball today. Their offensive line was worse than ours. They couldn't block a social media account.
No.
That defense couldn't hold up to anything that Brady and the offense put in front of them.
Yeah.
And, of course, the special teams was horrible, too, with that horrible punt. And plus, let's not forget, again, they gave the ball back to Brady before the end of the first half, and they used their own timeouts to give Brady time. First of all, everyone always says, oh, that's too much time for Brady. You're calling your own timeouts. You're Brady.
You're favoring Tom Brady when it came to that, and Tom Brady scored because of it.
So, I mean, the Chiefs lost that game.
They did. They were non-existent.
Steelers need to either make Fielder back up or cut him. Dotson is way better. Agreed.
Yep.
I think we keep Fielder as a backup, whether we keep him at guard or tackle or just keep him in general as depth.
Yeah.
Which, obviously, Steelers like their versatile depth guys. Fielder's that. He's perfect for that.
Yeah. He's a perfect backup. He's just not starter quality anymore.
No. Well, for tackle, maybe, because he was solid as a right tackle. Maybe that's where we move him back. But I think we keep Banner again and then keep Chucks and Banner battling at right tackle once again for a second straight year.
Yeah.
But I'd gladly keep Fielder as a backup. General Thompson says, hello, start Mason. And Rod L says, ruin the Mason's opportunity. So, yeah, I feel for Mason. This is his last year in his contract. I don't know if he resigns with us. The Steelers like him a lot to keep him as a backup. Maybe even to give him a contract to prove if he is starter quality.
Yeah, if he's worthy of being the heir.
But I think before we can do that, we ought to give him a shot first.
Yes.
By doing it now.
But the fact that Ben's coming back and he's going to be playing in his last year.
That's handcuffing Mason.
It is. And maybe Mason sees another opportunity open for a team that could use a guy of his stature and potential. And maybe he fits their scheme, and maybe he sees that opportunity and he goes. And who knows, maybe he actually turns out well, and look what the fuck happened. We missed out on a franchise quarterback.
Right.
Because the Steelers front office can't get rid of Ben. They can't let go of Ben.
But we won't know that unless we give him a shot.
Yes.
But we aren't going to do that.
Yeah.
CJ Nice says this Super Bowl gave ESPN the news they wanted. I will agree with that. They're all about big news when it comes to GOATs like LeBron and Brady and guys like that. So, yeah, you're right.
So those guys are definitely getting their money's worth. They're getting their paydays.
Brent says, as a Raider fan, I'm here to join everyone in saying, fuck AB. Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, we robbed you out of the third.
If there's any Bills fans in there, too, I'm sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Because AB said, fuck you to the Bills.
Patty throwing 60 touchdowns next year. Has any... No,
nobody's done that. Closest was obviously Peyton Manning.
They got to give him a line. They got to give him some tackles, bro. I was expecting KC winning Super Bowl because they have Steve Spagnuolo, and he knows Brady. Yeah, I mean, you expect guys like that to have an effect on the team, like Matt Patricia when he was with the Lions, and they beat him on Sunday Night Football. It's pretty easy for guys that know Brady and know how to defeat Brady.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess it didn't work tonight.
No, it didn't.
Desean is a monster in the running game, absolutely. And he can pass block, too.
That's where it would favor us.
I would love Desean. I just don't know if he's going to be there. Because it's Sewell. You could argue Rashawn Slater's number 2, and then after that, it's a toss-up between, in my opinion, Samuel Cosme or Christian Desean. But how many teams are going to take tackle? It could be the Bengals. Maybe Sewell goes earlier than we expect than the Bengals. Maybe he drops. You know, the The Chargers need
Yeah, the Chargers
tackle.
desperately need tackle.
Let's see.
The Bears.
The Bears. You could argue the Jags.
The Colts.
The Colts.
Because they're starting left tackle retired.
So don't forget that. Which if you're thinking about it, Colts could trade for Wentz, and draft left tackle. You know what I mean?
And there you get your protection, and Wentz has those weapons.
Right.
And he has a reliable rushing game and a great offensive line.
Now they'd have to trade, or they'd have to address left tackle day 2 if they trade for Wentz, because I think Wentz is being traded for a first rounder. Do I think he's worth it? No. Not with that contract.
No, absolutely not.
But
if some team thinks that, then they better hope he succeeds.
The Colts are the only team that can accept that contract because they have the cap.
And the coach.
Yeah.
Because Frank Reich was, I believe, the OC for the Eagles when they won the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And that's when Wentz had his best year before he went out with ACL tear.
Right. Rich says, if you say Yinzer in the mirror 3 times, Terry Bradshaw appears behind you naked and sweaty. Okay.
Okay, well, I won't do that.
No. Christian says, my friend wants the Steelers to trade our first-round pick, TJ Watt, MINKAH, FITZPATRICK to Desean Watson. What the fuck?
No, thank you. I like our defense.
Watson's going to be in the same position.
Pretty much. You trade a first for MINKAH, why would you trade him away and a first? And what?
No. Again, I know franchise quarterbacks are tough to come by, especially for the Steelers, but
I don't think it's worth trading away 2 top defensive players in the league.
Arguably the best in their position.
And your first rounder.
I'm good.
Yeah.
We can all agree that the Bucs have had a good enough defense to win Super Bowl, whoever the quarterback. Brady was a huge plus to Winston, but any quarterback that didn't throw 40 interceptions could win in that division, yes. That's the thing. You know, people say, oh, the reason why Brady won is because he went to a stacked team. If that's the case, why didn't Jameis Winston go to the playoffs with the same stacked team?
Yeah, it was no different.
And again,
it's just the fact that Gronk came back and they boosted the offensive line. And Ronald Jones did better.
And again, I never defend Brady, but proof's in the pudding right there.
Listen, Jameis Winston threw 30 fucking picks last year.
30. Perfect. Throw a pick 6 to end the season. How fitting.
Very fitting.
Oh, God. Now, where's he going to go?
They almost made the playoffs, too. Don't forget about that. I think they actually finished 8-8 last year. They were close to making the playoffs.
But hold on. Where do you think Winston goes? Does he stay with Nolans? Does he go anywhere else?
See, that's the thing about New Orleans. Do they actually trust in his development and see how much more he's progressed in their system, or do they go with Taysom Hill?
But they've also liked Taysom Hill a lot.
That's what I'm saying.
Because they started him over Winston.
But I don't think...
He's not starting...
No, I think he's a tight end. He's a tight end playing a quarterback.
He's a football player. He's not a starting quarterback.
Yeah, Taysom Hill is, if you guys ever played street football, Taysom Hill is pretty much you playing every position in street football. You can play quarterback, you can play tight end, you can play running back, you can play fullback, you can play defense. Taysom Hill's that.
Essentially, yeah. Where am I?
He's not a starting quarterback. He's not a franchise quarterback.
No.
If the Saints think that, I'm sorry, you're screwed.
Mason had time to shine when Ben was out last year. Yeah, but he was also handcuffed because the receivers were hurt. We had no running game, and he had Randy Fichtner calling the shots. Dink and dunk, shotgun. Same shit we saw this year.
Yeah.
Even with Ben at quarterback.
And Ben did us no favors. He really didn't.
No.
It was that defense, man. Defense was, when it was at full strength, they did that.
Yeah. I agree, Rob. Ben should definitely be on a short leash.
Yes.
They need to stop hugging Ben, man. They need to, release some pressure. Just don't favor Ben too much. Never put your eggs all in one basket for one specific guy.
To make him happy. Because if you do that, that's going to hurt your team, not just for this upcoming season, but possibly down the future, especially when it comes to your money situation.
Yeah.
So you got to be smart about this.
Well, he was definitely not worthy of that big-ass contract, because now look where we're at.
No. Absolutely not.
Definitely not.
Absolutely not.
Give me your Steelers mock draft. That will be Wednesday. That will be uploaded Wednesday. Don't know what time. Probably 2 or 3 o'clock, maybe.
Sometime Wednesday afternoon, yes.
Yes. Mac Jones of Alabama to the Colts. I could see it. Maybe in the second round.
I could definitely see that.
Mac Jones. I don't think
if they don't go if they don't try to find a quarterback, I definitely see them going tackle first because they need that. Unless somebody, maybe like a Trey Lance, drops down to their pick, but I think that's unlikely, but possible. But they can still get quarterback in the second round, though. And Mac Jones, he's not that bad. I'm more of a fan of Mac Jones than Kyle Trask, if you ask me.
Agreed.
I don't know.
Fournette wasn't running back we needed, LOL. Well, I like Fournette a lot. My hope of getting him never died, even when there were rumors that we should trade for him. Trade, cheap for him when he was still with the Jags. But I don't think whoever was that running back would have done well against our offensive line.
No.
I like Fournette a lot. I wouldn't mind picking him up in free agency for a cheap deal. Like a 2-3 year cheap deal since he's only 26.
Yeah.
But if we don't address the line, he's not going anywhere.
He's not really going to benefit us as much as we all think he could.
Where do you think Bud Dupree will go in free agency? Maybe the Giants? I don't know if he fits their system. They run a 4-3, right?
I think yes, they do.
Now, he would have to move to defensive end, which obviously he can. He's open to it. He wants to be paid like a defensive end. So
I could see that. I could see one team I can absolutely see is definitely the Tennessee Titans. Jadeveon Clowney did not work out.
They need pass rush.
He held out for a lot of money. And he got paid a pretty good amount of money. Not as much as he wanted to, but he got paid a pretty penny. And he didn't get one freaking sack.
Nope.
He didn't even apply pressure. If I'm Tennessee and I see Bud Dupree and his potential, how much he's progressed throughout his years, even coming off his injury, yeah, I'm trying to get him.
Alongside
because
Harold
if the Steelers can't afford him, Dupree and Harold Landry would be a nice duo, and they can apply some pressure.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
So I can see Dupree going to the Titans.
Yeah.
I really can.
Pop just said the Giants do run a 3-4, so he can play outside linebacker in their system. But even if he goes to a 4-3 system, he'd play DN.
Yes, he would.
Definitely don't need Mac Jones. Save our picks for O-line or defense. Give Haskins a chance. Low risk, high reward. I like it.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, God, Christian, don't. Imagine Ben goes to the Patriots. I want Ben gone, but not to the Patriots. I want him to the couch, okay? I want him with his family. I want him healthy for the rest of his life.
I want him in his house growing his beard. That's what I want.
I want him having Christmas ornaments on his beard every Christmas morning, okay? Like, in his stupid pajamas. So, I don't want him anywhere else. I just want him retired.
Retired, a Steeler, and healthy.
Matthew Wack, man. Do you think Steelers will bench Ben if he does awful this season? I don't know.
No, I don't, because
it's Ben.
Actually, yes, it's that, because Ben played awful in that Browns game. He threw 3 picks in 1 half.
And they didn't bench him.
They did not bench him. I was asking and pleading, put Mason in. Ben was not benefiting us. He was hurting us. His turnovers hurt us so much.
But we didn't bench him.
No, we didn't.
So, no, I don't see the Steelers
The fact that
benching him.
they didn't bench him for a younger guy that could have maybe done something. We don't know.
Now,
we probably never will know. He may have done something. Maybe not. We don't know. But the fact they didn't even express that opportunity, knowing that their starting quarterback and their Hall of Fame quarterback was not benefiting us, and possibly going another route and seeing, hey, maybe this guy that we traded up for and had a first-round grade on him, see if he could progress and help us.
Indeed. However, they also look at Ben's history of him having bad games but still leading this team back. One game I continue to look back on is the Jags game in 2000.
Wasn't that
18? 19.
Yes, 18.
18.
Well, we beat them in Jacksonville.
Yeah, where Ben went in for a rushing touchdown.
Yeah.
So, but that could also hurt us. You know, his history, that's all it is history. You know, he's not the same guy.
Right.
Where am I at? Let's see. What's going to happen if Ben retires? Is Haskins the answer? I can't tell you. We haven't seen enough of him.
Or even Mason. You know, it's really hard to tell right now. It's just the fact that we know that Ben will be back.
What do you think of Kyle Trask? Not a fan of him. First of all, he has a name that's just waiting for him to be a bust.
It's not that we don't like about him. It's
something about him, man. I can't tell you. You know,
I can't remember what game he played. I think it was the last game that he played in college. He did not look good.
I'd have to look more into him again, and maybe I have a change of pace. But however, I don't think we go quarterback.
Right. I know he was a huge favorite for the Heisman, but even some Heisman winners don't turn out great.
Right. Being a diehard Steelers fan, I still don't agree with the big Cam contract we did this year. Took a big cap hit with that, and he has definitely lost a step. Another contract I didn't agree with was Stephon Tuitt's when he first got extended.
Yeah.
He did not show any worth of getting that contract. He is now, but at that point, he wasn't staying healthy. He wasn't, being an elite stature yet, but we gave him a big-ass contract.
Yeah.
And it's biting us. One thing that they've done recently that has definitely hurt us is the contracts. Hayward, Tuitt, Ben. We offered Bell a big contract. Thank God he denied both of them. Otherwise, we'd be in deep shit with that.
Looking at the position we're in now, thank God he didn't take it.
So some big contracts we're definitely regretting, and that's why we got to keep restructuring. So
yeah,
these guys got, we can say they finessed the cap, but, they're also hurting themselves by giving these big contracts and finessing the cap because we're in positions we are now because of that.
Yep.
Hilton over Sutton? Oh, man, that's tough. What did I do?
What did you do? You didn't do anything.
Okay, good. I pushed a button on my, what's this called?
Mouse. Oh, now you did something.
Please tell me we're still live. We should be live, right?
Yeah, just go back. I mean, you didn't hit end the stream.
No, I did not. Okay. So what happened was I hit the button, if we're still live, I hit the button on my mouse here, and usually when it has a button here, it sends you back to the other page, and I thought I ended the stream accidentally.
Well, you can't end the stream because you have to hit the button. Don't you actually move the mouse. Don't push the button. We ain't ending yet.
No, not yet. Still got to catch up with these comments. 5 years is ridiculous. He didn't come out of Ohio with speed, so it's weird saying for a DN with D tackle speed. Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, guys. There we go. Hey, guys. NRG. Who do you think we snag in the draft? I would love to get Harris or ETN. I'd rather get Harris because he's better in pass pro than ETN is.
And Steelers are looking for guys that can work in pass pro.
Right. If you can't pass pro, man, then they're not really going to look your way.
No.
Now, can you upgrade in pass pro? Absolutely. James Conner wasn't great in pass pro his first year, but he got a little better there with the back-on-backers thing that they do all the time in training camp. But I'd rather get Harris, but I think we got to go O-line first, though. Now, me saying that doesn't mean that we aren't going to have a mock draft where we select Harris in the first round. That's going to eventually happen.
Yes.
But it's going to come in with some sort of advancement of us going offensive line a little more often or getting something out of it, like trading back, but still claiming Harris and getting an
extra pick. We still got some mock drafts, that are brewing in our minds.
We still got some
talk about. Yeah.
I want to see Mason in. I wanted to see Mason in that game against the Browns. So did I. After seeing how Ben played, I want to get Mason the shot, see if there's a change of life there. But
especially with how Mason was after the Browns game week 17 and how he felt, because he wanted to win that game for not just himself but the team and his teammates.
Right.
He wanted to win that bad. And I was saying, you know what, put him in. Ben's not doing good. He's actually hurting us. Put Mason in. Let's see if he can actually use that to motivate himself and his team to possibly make a comeback. Steelers never went that way.
Mock drafts got us getting a linebacker from Mizzou, Nick Bolton. I got to look more into him.
I have heard of Nick Bolton. He's not too bad. He's a pretty good tackler. I do have to look more into him, though. I'm not really sure how he is in pass coverage, so we got to look more into Bolton and how he is on tape and everything.
Now, how tall is he? 6 foot? So, not the ideal size for a linebacker.
No. It's not the tallest, but
Pouncey needs to announce retirement. Sorry, that was cringy. Oh, I see what you mean. Pouncey needs to pounce to retirement.
Yeah.
I get you.
That's pretty clever.
Ben fucking sucks. He threw 4 picks. Did you touch on Haskins? Yes, we did. In fact, we already made a video about expressing our thoughts on not only that, the Haskins deal, but the Matt Canada being promoted, and of course Vance McDonald retiring and stuff like that. But
yeah,
I'm optimistic about it. He wants to play for the Steelers. He wants to play for Tomlin. Hopefully that gives him a change of heart in his career and his approach and his, the ways he works since he's still young. He's still got a lot to learn. First round talent. I thought he was the best quarterback of that draft class.
And a lot of people did. A lot of people were actually shocked he dropped down as far as he did.
He just needs to take a smarter and more mature approach in his career.
Yeah, he needs to do a lot better.
Right.
When it comes to those off-field shenanigans, he actually needs to listen to advice.
Right.
That's what he needs to do.
When your draft players turns into stars, it kills a football team. Tua had a career year, though. He did. That's what I'm saying now. But at the time when he got the contract extension, he didn't.
Yeah, he just kept getting injured. And that was the thing that was really worrisome about Tua. He couldn't stay healthy.
No.
Now he showed he can. He just needs to keep doing it.
Yeah. We need offensive line regardless. Can't win without it. Absolutely. I mean, look what happened with the Chiefs tonight.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Steelers have to change the way they give contracts. Absolutely. Knowing our defense is one of the best with an established run game, do you think we can reach a Super Bowl next year? That's what I keep coming back to. I'm optimistic about that with the weapons we still have. Maybe we keep Juju under Canada. He'll be utilized more. He won't be doing these drags in these flats where he only gets 3 catches for 1 yard and shit like that.
Or these stupid wildcats where we have Jalen Samuels in there and possibly even throwing the damn football.
Right. But
in our own territory, by the way.
I keep coming back to that. It's a matter if Ben can take us back. With an established running game, that'll balance that out, and some of the pressure will be taken off of Ben. Sure. That's what I keep coming back to.
Right.
It truly depends who we all keep. And I don't know how much we will keep because of the cap issues.
Yeah.
That's what frightens me.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Jalen Phillips. Why does that name ring a bell?
Hold on. Jalen Phillips.
Why does that ring a bell? Searching him up now.
Jalen Phillips.
Linebacker.
Sam Houston State.
Name truly rings a bell. This is another guy we gotta look into.
Yeah, we do.
Jalen Phillips. They're not even showing his damn stats. What the fuck?
Well, type it in. I hate when Google does that, though.
Yeah, dude. Like, come on. He's a college player. What do you think I'm looking for?
There we go. From UCLA and Miami.
Defensive lineman, actually. So Google lied to us.
It said linebacker. Did he put on weight?
266, 6'5".
On Google, it said, like... Well, you went back.
Unless that's the wrong player we're looking at.
That might be the wrong player, actually. Yeah, because his name's spelled wrong.
True.
Which one are we looking at?
I have no clue who we're looking at.
Hold on, select the linebacker one. Yeah, right there. Yeah.
This one?
I guess.
You talking about the linebacker or the defensive lineman?
Linebacker, because I think that's the one he, like...
Because there's two,
I know there's two of them, but one's spelled with a J, J-A-Y-L-E-N, and the other one's spelled with an E.
Right.
I don't know.
I'm happy Fanica got into the Hall of Fame. Dude, I almost got a little emotional seeing him get the knock from the president of the Pro Football Hall of Fame, him give that speech.
It's long overdue.
It brought me back to last year when Cowher got surprised in studio when he got inducted, or when he announced he was getting inducted. You know, the emotions came back. Fanica, man, it's been, 5-6 years? And he finally got the knock. Thank God.
Yeah, absolutely deserving of it, man.
Him and Bill Nunn.
Yes, especially Bill Nunn.
That Hall of Fame weekend's going to be great. You got Polamalu, you got Cowher, you got Donnie Shell, you got Fanica, and you got Bill Nunn.
It's incredible.
It's a hell of a class.
Hell of a class. Amongst the other guys, obviously, Peyton Manning, Calvin Johnson, Charles Woodson.
Even last year, where we had who was the main guy last year?
I know there was Jimmy Johnson of the Cowboys, head coach. There wasn't it? I'm trying to think.
I'm losing my track. Brian Urlacher?
I think Urlacher was in it.
Was Urlacher? I think it was Urlacher.
Urlacher. We got to look it up, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, my Tom has gotten soft since when he was first brought on, so it's definitely hot seat time for Tomlin, as much as I hate to say it. He's definitely on the hot seat, says CJ Nice. I got to agree. The amount of times he's underachieved this team is inexcusable.
Very inexcusable. It's ridiculous.
People are going to say, oh, Antonio Brown, Le'Veon Bell were head cases. Sure, they were. But you have probably the best talent at their respective positions in the 2010s.
Yeah.
With Ben at quarterback, with a line. Yes, he didn't have a defense. But
2017 was that time. That was your first chance.
And yes,
and you blew it.
And yes, Shazier going down absolutely hurt.
It did.
And that defense absolutely was dreadful in that playoff game. Blake fucking Bortles, you killing me?
Yeah, and the fucking secondary. But 2017 was your first chance. And you were given a second chance. Considering we were the last, it's unbelievable saying this because it's hard to believe now, the last undefeated team. We were 11-0 at one point.
We had
This was our second chance, and we blew it. We went one and done again.
To the Browns of all teams.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Tomlin, he should be on the hot seat.
No, I think he does.
But Art Rooney is not. I don't think he's thinking that way.
No, the Steelers, they're stubborn. The Steelers front office is extremely stubborn, and they've always been stubborn. That's the thing about them.
They don't fire coaches.
They don't, and they never will.
That's why they've only had 3 head coaches
50 years.
since '69.
Yeah.
Nice, by the way. But you know, they're also all elite coaches. They're all Hall of Fame
worthy coaches.
Yeah.
I mean, 2 of them obviously, or one's going to go in there.
Mike Tomlin, you could say he's not a Hall of Famer yet, but when it's all said and done, I think he will be.
I absolutely agree.
Just the fact that he's never had a losing season yet, that's what statistically on his resume is what's going to get him in. But I also counter it with, what has he done with it? How many rings has he had off of it?
Yeah, look in the playoffs, man. Especially this past decade. It's inexcusable.
How many losing seasons has Belichick have compared to how many rings he has when he has all those non-losing seasons?
Right.
Now, Belichick's completely a different league over Tomlin, but if you have no losing seasons ever in your head coaching career and you only have 1 ring to show for it, 2 Super Bowl appearances, haven't gone back in 10 years, I mean, it doesn't sound all that impressive.
Yeah. I do praise Tomlin for what he did in 2019 when Ben went down. Like, that shit, like, I don't know how the hell you go A&A losing your first ballot franchise quarterback and having Mason Rudolph not knowing how he is, and even Duck Hodges is with the Rams now.
Yeah.
I praise him on that. I really do. It's incredible.
Incredible, absolutely.
But the fact that you went to the playoffs the next year.
But he also can't perform in big games.
That's what I'm saying. The fact that you went to the playoffs the next year and went one and done, that's not good on you.
But even then, that year where we lost Ben, when Mason and Duck were in charge, we had a chance to go to the playoffs without Ben.
We were actually in the playoff picture.
The number 6 seed, and we absolutely...
We let it go.
We pretty much tanked that in December that year.
Yeah.
Like we did this year.
Yeah.
Underachieving, man. Denny Brennan says taking a running back in the first round is fucking stupid. It's all about the offensive line. Unless it's Barry Sanders or someone of that caliber, no number 1 running backs. I understand where you're coming from. I'm not going to disagree.
Yeah.
Barry Sanders, man, is the greatest running back of all time. How he had that offensive line and still put up 1,500 yards a season? Imagine what he would do behind Emmitt Smith's offensive line.
Dude.
Behind Larry Allen and guys like that. Dude, he made fuckers look silly, and he was so shifty, he got all those yards.
Yeah, he like everyone that tried to tackle him had spaghetti legs.
Yeah. I still see
if he played
that play he had against the Cowboys where he made a dude look silly. He did fucking circles.
Yeah. If Barry Sanders played another 5, 6, maybe 7 years, he absolutely would have the rushing record.
Fuck the Detroit Lions for ruining the careers of Barry Sanders and Calvin Johnson, making them retire at the young age of 30. Congrats to Calvin Johnson on making the Hall of Fame, by the way.
Of course.
But goddamn, they retired so young because they refused to let them go. But you let Matthew Stafford go?
Yeah, dude, Calvin's already expressed years ago, if the Lions were better, I'd still be playing. Right now, he'd probably still be playing if the Lions were better. Probably.
Yeah.
But he's not, because the Lions suck.
Do you guys remember when we passed on Lamar for Edmonds? Yeah, people keep bringing that up. I don't know if Lamar would have succeeded in our system, because Fickner can't run a West Coast system. Canada can.
Yeah, and then when it comes to guys of his play style and his potential, well, his play style pretty much.
Plus,
a run first, pass second quarterback. His play style and his ways of playing quarterback, they don't work out in Pittsburgh.
But let's also remember what makes Lamar so good. A rushing game.
Yeah.
We have no rushing game.
No, we don't.
He would not have succeeded.
No, he wouldn't.
So, yeah, we passed on Lamar for Edmonds. I don't see how he would have succeeded unless he was entering the draft this year under Canada. Or if we draft him that year, but he have to sit for 3 years.
Right.
But, that obviously didn't happen.
No, it didn't.
Do you think Bucs exposed the Chiefs offense today? Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Bridging off your McFarland Canada connection, we need a more mobile quarterback, and with his fast wide receiver set, it could definitely be interesting. Oh, I agree. The Steelers have always stuck with pocket passers and field generals like Ben and Bradshaw, but the NFL is changing, man. We're getting more. It's more of a mobile quarterback game.
Yeah, the game of football is getting a lot faster, and I think it's time that the Steelers start to change their ways at the position of the quarterback.
And again, it fits a guy like Matt Canada's system.
It does.
But Ben's still going to be here, at least for this year. Matt Canada's going to have to change his scheme around. It's not going to be Ben changing his ways for Canada. It's going to be the other way around.
Yeah.
But down the road, we could eventually address quarterback, and we could go for a more mobile guy because that's what Canada likes.
Yeah.
That's what he's always ran under.
And that's what the NFL is turning into nowadays.
Right. Why is Hines Ward not a Hall of Fame yet? Disgusted. I am too, but it wasn't expected with how stacked this class was.
Mm-hmm.
Calvin Johnson, Charles Woodson, Peyton Manning. Those guys alone.
Right.
Plus, Alan Faneca was more deserving than Ward this year. You had Tom Flores in there.
And I think
It's a long time for him.
What's his name? Drew Pearson, longtime Cowboys receiver.
Yeah.
So
it was due time for him.
Yeah, Hines Ward will definitely get his time. I don't know when. It could be next year. It could be 2 years. I don't know. But Hines Ward will definitely get his time.
Beat Your Ass said, I do agree. Beat Your Ass said we should draft another athletic middle linebacker to have alongside Devin Bush, and we would be unstoppable on defense. Agreed. But I don't know when that's going to happen because we need line, we need a running game, we need tight end.
Right.
But depending on what we do this offseason in free agency, who we keep, we could, freedomly go after inside linebacker with no issues.
Yeah.
With not worrying about having to get another need, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Need another Q&A. That will probably come out eventually this offseason at some point before the draft, after the draft, midway through training camp. So, do you think that James Harrison did enough to be a Hall of Famer? Yes.
I do. I really do.
Tomlin's too much of a player's coach. Agreed. The 2017 defense was decent, but the Sazier injury destroyed that D. Sazier was on his way to just a career. He already had a career year. He was a Pro Bowler that year, even though he went down like 6 weeks before the season ended.
Yeah.
Dude,
Shazier was something special.
It also
man.
goes to show you how terrible that defense was to the point that Sazier made the defense look decent.
Look legit.
How much of a playmaker he was.
That showed how great Shazier was, and I truly believe around that time he didn't even hit his prime. I don't.
He didn't.
He was still young. I think he was still, 24, 25 years old.
That's the sad thing, man. It's one of those what ifs. If that never happened, where would he be today? But also, where would Devin Bush be today?
Right. Damn, man. I do miss Shazier. I really do.
We all do. I miss that man so much.
Fucking Shazier.
Athletically gifted. He had it all. He could stop in the run. He could pass or he could rush the quarterback, man. He could cover. He had lightning speed. He did a 40-yard dash with guys like Antonio Brown and who else?
There was Howard Bay and I think Sammy Coach or something, and he beat them.
That's a linebacker.
Yeah.
Against offensive weapons. That's not supposed to happen.
Yeah. It's insane. Shazier was something special.
He would have been a Hall of Famer.
I'm just glad that he's able to walk. I really am.
That's all we can hope for.
I am glad he is able to walk. Thank God.
Is Sean Payton a Hall of Famer? Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
He's underachieved like Tomlin, but he's a Hall of Famer.
At least he's got that ring.
Whack, I agree. Keith Butler should have been gone 3 years ago. I can't stand him. Me neither. Is Tomlin ever going to leave? I mean, most coaches worth a shit want to have another challenge with another team. I think he knows he would fail miserably if he went somewhere else. Yeah.
Possibly. I really don't know.
It could be very similar to Noel and Cowher's career, where they only stick with Pittsburgh.
Right. I mean, I absolutely see it. I can't see Tomlin going anywhere.
Yeah. Will the Pirates be good? Absolutely not.
No.
Oh, God. I think that Tomlin needs a 5-11 season to be fired. Even then, he's not going to be fired. In fact, I think he's entering the last year of his contract this year.
I think the only way for Tomlin to get fired is for him to have a season like Mike McCarthy did in his last year with the Packers. But even then, I don't think that's possible.
No.
Tomlin.
But even then, if he has one losing season, how many losing seasons did Bill Cowher have? But still,
yeah, of course,
remain as the head coach.
Tomlin's never going to get fired overall.
No.
Tomlin could go 0-16, and he'd still be the head coach.
Well,
yes, he would. Steelers don't fire.
Unless they tank on purpose.
Dude, they didn't fire Randy Fichtner.
No, you're right.
They did not fire Randy Fichtner
Damn,
when they needed
to. As soon as I think to doubt that statement, you're bringing in Randy Fichtner. Yeah, you're right.
Like seriously.
We need a back. We never have a good one. The last great back we've had was Jerome Bettis.
Truly, yes.
Bell was great, but
he kept getting injured, and
he also didn't have much of a legacy because look where he's at now.
Yeah, and his off the field shenanigans just hurt, his character overall.
Yeah, exactly. The fact that Brady has more Super Bowl rings than any other team is blowing my mind, and I don't know how to cope with that. The only way I can cope with it is just deal with it. Accept the fact he's the GOAT, man. That's the only thing I can look at it.
Let's just hope he stops winning.
That's not happening. Are you kidding me?
No, it's not going to happen. The only time it will happen is when he does hang it up, and that's not happening for 5 years.
Yeah. Can you guys explain to me why Aaron Rodgers has 3 MVPs and Drew Brees has none? I have no clue. There were so many seasons Drew Brees had over 5,000 yards and only had one true target. Marquise Colston.
Yeah.
And then he had Jimmy Graham. But even then, he still didn't win fucking MVP.
Even then,
how?
You
wanna know why?
He made guys like Lance Moore and freaking
Kenny Stills. Who else?
Freaking
He set the stage for Brandon Cooks.
Yeah.
Ben Watson.
Yeah, Benjamin Watson, not really reliable guys, but he made those guys into Willie Snead. I think his first year had 1,000 yards.
Did he? No, hold up. Whoa.
I think he did.
He never had 1,000 yards.
I think he did.
I'm gonna search this up right now.
I am dead serious. I think Willie Snead had 1,000 yards in his first year, his rookie year. If not his first, his second.
Okay, he was close to 1,000 in his first
Okay,
year.
well, he was, but still, 984 freaking for a rookie.
Yeah, so. Yeah,
I think, what was he, undrafted or a late rounder? Something like that?
Yeah, something like that. But I think the only reason why Breeze never won an MVP is because his team didn't succeed much because he had an awful defense for how many years?
Yeah.
And now that he actually has a good defense, he's fucking old. Good job.
Right. Dude, that is
reminds me of us.
Yeah,
hey, we finally got good defense, but guess what? Ben's too fucking old.
I know, we can't win. Like the Saints couldn't win.
What the fuck?
And we got a coach that can underachieve in the playoffs.
Like we had a great defense when Ben was in his young years, and we won, but
we couldn't sustain that.
But we had a better offense in Ben's prime. Like, what the fuck? But no defense.
We couldn't sustain that defense because guys were getting older. They were retiring. We let guys go.
Yeah.
And we know who we had them replaced with, and that's not good.
Yeah. Yeah, Stewart was fat. Man, Stewart was underrated. Way ahead of his time.
Yes.
People say Mike Vick revolutionized the quarterback position. I would argue Cordell Stewart did. He was so versatile. He could play quarterback, receiver. He could run the ball.
Yeah.
People say Michael Vick revolutionized it. I think Stewart started.
Michael Vick's the more familiar name, obviously, but Cordell Stewart was...
Slash man?
Yeah, he was like the first guy of that play style to really show off and showcase. He was way, way ahead of his prime, man.
Yeah.
Like, damn.
Injuries happen to all teams, but losing Bush was a hard blow and add Dupree. It's the only time till we were swimming with a cut in a pool of sharks. It happens. It does.
Yeah.
And that sucks, man. They both went out with the same injury. It's a shame, man.
It really hurts.
That's the way Dupree might leave Pittsburgh, is that fucking ACL injury.
That hurts. It hurts to know that that may be the case, but at least he went out being a monster. Thank God, not a bust.
Right. Victor says, I got Tampa repeating again next year, to be honest, and call me a dick, but I love to see AB shine again. That is if they keep AB. Which
right.
I could see it.
I can definitely see it, knowing Brady, and, Brown's definitely going to want to stay with him.
But they also have Levante David as a free agent, as well as there was another big defensive player that they have as a free agent this year, but they got some.
It's not Shaq Barrett, is it?
It might be. No, they just paid him.
That's right, they did.
I think they did. So, I mean, they got some interesting decisions to make on the defensive side of the ball. But I think Tampa, well, anywhere Brady goes is
they'll be fine.
Contender.
They'll be fine. I mean, I remember New England went to the Super Bowl with a terrible defense. I mean, they lost to the freaking Eagles, of all teams, but they still made it. So
right. Yeah, Victor, exactly. He had Mason and Duck. So he's pretty good. He just cuts when it counts the most, or chokes when it counts the most. So, yeah. Yeah, and no defense. Drew Brees deserved MVP. He did.
He absolutely did. He deserved at least 1 or 2 in his career.
That's why whenever the Steelers didn't make the playoffs or lost early in the playoffs, I always rooted for the Saints because Brees never won MVP, so he needs rings to add to his resume.
Yeah.
Since he already has most of the NFL quarterback records. Hines isn't a Hall of Famer. Well, he's 1,000 receptions, over 10,000 yards.
He'll eventually get into the Hall of Fame. I don't know when, but he will.
Michael Jackson had the best performance in the Super Bowl ever. Changing my mind. Not going to disagree.
No.
Michael Jackson's is just on a level.
Yeah, Michael Jackson.
MJ, man, seriously. Do you think we take a talent hit this year to make sure we can resign TJ Watt? Well, he's on the 5th-year option. I don't think we should be pressured to re-sign TJ this specific year, especially with our cap issues.
Yeah.
I'd rather, if we have to, franchise tag him next year, and then you get a contract negotiated since we'll be one of the teams with the most cap space next year.
Yep, I agree.
That's why I'm saying we could have took Lamar, would have been second Stewart. Yeah, you're right. But with our coaching staff, I don't think Lamar would have been used properly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Cordell was way ahead of his time.
Way ahead of his time.
Because look at the quarterbacks now. What is your opinion why the offense seemed to go shit literally overnight and only got worse? It seemed like it was the last 4. I mean, Fichtner, Ben's aging. The offensive line was weak.
It was a whole collective mess on the offense. Ben's arm was getting worse. It was getting tired. It was getting weak. Fichtner could not think of a game plan at all. The offensive line was getting old. It was getting bruised. Receivers like to do TikToks and catch a football.
Right.
It was a full collective mess.
Right.
I don't know how you get worse and not try to get better.
Yeah.
They never did. The only time they did was when Matt Canada, and you could tell when Canada had influence, is when Canada got in there.
Right.
Like in that Colts game, like in that Browns game.
Definitely.
I'm sure he was in there because you cannot make me think that was Fichtner. If that was Fichtner, we would have seen that all year.
That's why I'm excited for him. Pod makes a good point. Maybe Randall Cunningham did change the quarterback position because he was a versatile guy as well. He could run the ball. He had an absolute cannon of an arm.
Yeah.
Underrated quarterback for the Eagles.
Absolutely.
Big Ben sucks. Go Pats, says Jerry Curl. Fuck the Pats. Imagine Prime Harrison with Mr. Watt. Good Lord Almighty. How are you going to stop that?
Good luck. Yeah, good luck. Oh, man.
Dupree took that ACL injury late in the game where we should have killed since he was a third-string quarterback. That's Pittsburgh for you.
That is true.
Gotta love it.
That is true.
Cam Newton is the GOAT? Yeah, he's responding to the Pats, man. That's great. Loved Hayward Bay as a special teamer, yeah.
Yeah, Hayward Bay as a special teamer was pretty solid. He just never turned out as a receiver that he had the potential of being.
Al Davis drafted him because of his speed. He never had hands.
No, he never did.
Never had hands, but he was a great special teams guy.
And a nice depth guy.
I did like Hayward Bay. Imagine MINKAH Fitzpatrick in his prime and Troy in his prime. Dude, that's perfect. You got MINKAH covering the deep end. You got Troy.
Yeah, that's the no-fly zone, man. Good luck.
Good Lord.
We can all dream, man. We can all dream.
Would the NFL have TJ Watt as the Defensive Player of the Year? Apparently not. He's been robbed the last 2 years.
Yep.
Yundra says later, guys. All right, man, you have a great one. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Absolutely. Have a good night, bro.
Will you guys go to a game when this COVID is all clear, and how many games? I definitely want to go to a game.
Yes.
Which one? I don't know. How many games? Not sure. I'm cheap as shit, so
he's
probably
very
one.
cheap.
Probably one for now.
One game, obviously the Ravens game. I have to go to a Ravens game.
Yeah.
At home.
Maybe even a Browns game.
Yeah, considering the Browns are what they are now.
Yeah, so I don't know. Was a franchise tag pretty much when you want to extend a player, but you want to have more time to extend the player. The way you can do that is by franchise tagging them. which pretty much guarantees he's with the team for one more year. Now, there's two different types of franchise tags. There's the I forget what it's called.
Transition tag or something?
I think, and something else. I always forget. But there's two different types of franchise tags where you can franchise tag him, but he negotiates with other teams, and if that team signs him, you have to either match the contract offer or the team gives you a reward, which is, I think, 2 first-round picks. Or the other franchise tag is you prevent that player from negotiating, and you have until a specific date to negotiate with him on a long-term deal. Otherwise, if you don't, he's with your team for at least one more year.
So there you go.
Did that Ravens fan end up accepting the signed jersey from MINKAH? Yes, he did. Gave us the shipping info. Got to get that out ASAP.
Yeah, once again, congratulations to Ravens 1 on the MINKAH FITZPATRICK autograph jersey giveaway.
Yes, and I want to give a huge shout out to all those that did join us this past season for the weekly predictions. It was great to do it this year. Can't wait to do it again next year with another giveaway.
Oh, yeah.
But the offense was good most of the season up until that point. They was averaging like 30 points a game, and Ben interceptions was way down. And plus, the rushing game was doing good. At one point through week 3, we were the only team, I believe, to have a 100-yard rusher in each of the first 3 games.
Yeah, we were running the ball very effectively. We actually had, whether if it was Snell or Connor, they were actually getting 100 rushing yards in the game. At first, I'm like, all right, like, good shit. Like, they're stepping up. They're playing to their potential.
But the offense got predictable.
Yeah, they did. They just got bad.
Yeah, they did. Hines or Steve Smith? Oh, God, they're both physical. Nasty. I'm a homer. Hines.
I'd probably go with Hines because I do think he was the better blocker than Steve Smith.
Right.
Now, Steve
Smith's a talker.
For his size, he was like 5'9" or something. He was physical. He was small but physical. I just think Ward was the better blocker.
He was a great talker, too.
Yeah, he was.
Ice up, son. Love that shit. We as fans were shocked at the trade up for Bush, but should we have grabbed Devin White over him? I think it would have cost a little more since White went earlier.
It would have, yeah.
But what we traded for Bush is still, in my opinion, a steal. We essentially traded a second-round pick for him because we got the third-round pick back from the Bell comp.
Right.
So I still like the trade.
Yeah, he's still young. He's still going to develop, and I think the best is yet to come for the man.
Oh, of course. Thought on Raymond McLeod on special teams, and should the Steelers have him on wide receiver position? I think under Canada, if he stays, we'll definitely use him a lot in motions and end arounds, which he has the speed for it. I like him as a return specialist. He was a definite upgrade from previous years. Ryan Switzer, Dree Archer.
Jacoby Jones, I remember we brought him in. Was hoping he was going to be the way he was with the Ravens. He kept muffing the damn thing.
Not even close. So, I'd definitely bring in Raymond McLeod, and I'm sure Matt Canada has some packages for him for sure.
I'm sure, yeah.
I don't know if you guys watch the Pens, but I think people are being a little quick on Harry not being good, and I think it's because we can't cover the slap shots on defense. Also, our power play is utter crap.
Oh, you mean Jerry?
Jerry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our defense sucks.
The defense is ass. And, yes, the power play is utter garbage. There were a few times where we went 0-6 and 0-7 on power plays. How the fuck do you have that many power play opportunities and not score on one of them? No wonder why you lose.
Yeah, I don't get it. You got guys like Crosby and Malkin and Gensel.
Like, and Cap, I mean, come on, man.
Yeah, it's like, how do you not take advantage of that?
That defense is ass, though.
No, the defense is not good.
Letang needs to go. Malkin, first of all, I don't think any of those guys are going to go, but their age is showing.
Yes.
Their age is showing. I got to get more invested in the Pens. As for the goalies for Jerry or DeSmith, I like DeSmith more. I see what you mean by being a little quick on Jerry because, sure, the defense is trash, and it's not doing Jerry or even DeSmith any favors. But none of them, in my opinion, are franchise goalies.
At least not yet.
No.
I think we could definitely, look at other goalies, but I don't know if they're going to do that.
Yeah. Want Troy on his prime time with MINKAH or Shazier and Bush? God, man. Well, Troy can move down if you need him to. So,
yeah,
Troy and MINKAH.
Troy and MINKAH, absolutely.
We need to blow out the Browns to get that playoff loss out of our system. I would enjoy that.
Yeah.
Next year, Drew and Romo in the booth together calling games. What do you guys think? Who would be the lead commentator? Because Normally, it goes with a lead commentator, and you have a player in there giving player analyst.
Right. Now,
Romo is that player analyst.
Isn't Drew Brees going to be like where Cowher is as like a...
Oh, yeah. Didn't he sound with...
Yeah, wasn't it CBS or something?
CBS. Was it CBS?
Or was it...
ABC? No.
No, I think it was CBS, right?
It might have been CBS, yeah.
Yeah, like, you know how Cowher and Nate Burleson and them talk, you know, like, before the game and halftime and everything? Isn't Drew Brees going to be doing that? Or is he going to be with a main play-by-play announcer and him being the former player?
I'm not sure. It'll be interesting to see what Drew Brees does, but he might do what Cowher does and Tony Gonzalez and guys like that. SteelTwins, what did you guys think of the halftime show? To me, I thought it was major cringe, absolute garbage.
I'm not a fan of the Weeknd.
Well, we don't listen to much of that music.
No.
I didn't think it was bad. The only thing I could only imagine during that halftime show were the dudes with the white, whatever it was. The only thing I can think of was the little kid from Us.
Yes.
Where he wore the white mask and he pulled it up and he showed the scar burns on his face.
Yes.
That's the only thing I could think of anytime I saw them was that kid from Us. I didn't pay attention to the music or the stupid camera angles where it looks like you're fucking drunk and shit.
Yeah.
The only thing I can think of is the dude in the masks, reminding me of the movie Us.
No, like for real, especially when they were wearing red and everything and the little boy was wearing a red jumpsuit. Like, all they needed was, like, golden scissors, and there you go.
Good movie, by the way.
That was a great movie. But I wasn't really a fan of it, but I know people are making memes about the Weeknd, like, going through that lit-up tunnel and everything.
Yeah.
Kind of reminds me of, like, when you were at, like, the carnival and you went through, like, the mirror place.
Yes.
And you couldn't figure your way out.
I almost broke my nose one of those times.
And everything. I think someone made a meme about that. I'm not going to lie. I couldn't stop laughing. That shit was funny.
Imagine Cam and Tuitt at DN, Casey Hampton at nose tackle, TJ and Harrison outside linebacker, Devin Bush and Ryan Shazier at inside linebacker, Joe Hayden, Rod Woodson, and Sutton as the nickel back, and MINKAH as the free safety. Troy, strong safety.
That's a fancy defense right there.
That's a bomb squad.
That is a fancy defense. That's some of the best right there.
That's nasty.
Yeah.
You guys seen the crazy stat? Aaron Donald got 90% plus quarterback pressure while the next guy was TJ Watt with like less than 75 while getting less double teamed than Donald. Well, also, Watt was in coverage.
Yeah, Butler kept doing him. I don't find him more he's not terrible in coverage, but considering he's your best pass rusher, it's not ideal to put him in coverage.
No shit.
The best thing is to obviously have him pressure the quarterback.
NFK Gamer says, I think we're going outside linebacker, but I like Eichenberg or whatever it is from Notre Dame. I love Liam Eichenberg.
Mm-hmm.
Go outside linebacker, man. I think Highsmith has sealed a starting job.
I think he has.
If what's his name's gone, Dupree.
Statistics don't really show it, but week by week, you could tell how much he was progressing. I'm actually really excited for Highsmith.
Yeah.
I was always a big fan of him coming out of Charlotte.
Why did y'all stop passing it to Jesse James when Vance came, and when Ebron came, y'all stopped passing it to Vance? Probably because Ebron's a more vertical threat, and we use Vance as a blocker.
Which is fine. It's a more ideal situation to use them as. Vance was a great blocker. He was a very good blocker, and Ebron was obviously the more vertical threat.
Vance could also take your head off if you're in his way.
Well, of course.
But
I guess it just sound more of a blocking role.
Yeah, because Ebron can't fucking block.
No.
Garbage blocker. He don't even try.
We even tried to help him in training camp. It's not working.
Rob Gray says get tackled by Derrick Henry or line up against Aaron Donald. I'd rather get tackled by Derrick Henry because I at least can play fullback. Would you rather?
That's a good way to look at it.
I ain't getting smacked by fucking Aaron Donald. You think you got me fucked up?
That's a good way to look at it. Yeah.
You got me fucked up. I ain't getting smacked by Aaron Donald.
Yeah. So probably with Derrick.
You see how he fucking just moves these dudes?
Yeah. Like, it's insane. For a defensive tackle.
I'm not surprised he won Defensive Player of the Year. Do I think T.J. Watt deserved it? Yeah, because he had a better season. But
Aaron
Donald,
so did Aaron Donald. Yeah, I mean, like.
See the way he fucking moves these dudes with one arm?
Dude, a guy of his stature at defensive tackle.
It's like that Reggie Wayne shit where he did the swim move with the one arm.
Dude, like, it's not like, damn, I feel bad for. I can see why they double and triple team him.
Yeah.
I really can.
Would you rather spend a day with Hines Ward, Troy Polamalu, Ben Roethlisberger, or Dick LeBeau? Ward.
Polamalu.
He has that infectious smile that would just, keep your day going, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Yo, Malkin, though, what the fuck is up with him? He's like 34 and playing like 70. That dude, Colin, played to be 42. I know, man. Age is just showing. Age is really showing with these guys. Same thing with Letang.
Yeah, in a sport like hockey where it's extremely physical, you know, you may be a lot younger, but your body, you know, feels like you're older. Well, and you play like you're older.
But a lot of guys play for a long time.
Maybe some guys are just more tougher than...
Well, Yager played... is he still playing?
Is he, actually?
Last I heard, he was with... Now, this was years ago. Was it the Panthers? Is it the Panthers?
I actually don't know.
But that was years ago. He might be retired now.
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, the guy's old as heck, but you know, I'm sure he can still play.
I met Gensel, one of the nice dudes. I never met him, and Rust are the future of the Pens. I like Rust. I mean, he's not showing up yet. Gensel's the man.
Yeah, Gensel's going to be a stud and a star on this team.
Jake the fucking snake right there, man. Jake and Bake, whatever you want to call him, man. That's the guy. I do like Rust a lot, though.
Yes.
2 color commentators and Nance. That'd be nice.
Yeah, 3-man group. That wouldn't be bad at all. Hopefully Drew Brees doesn't, you know, suck more dick on Mahomes.
How about the Buccos losing every game again? Hype MLB The Show is going to Xbox this year. Can't wait to rebuild the Pirates until my game crashes. Yeah, I got to get into MLB The Show. I try to follow baseball as much as I can, but the way the Bucs are just looking, you know, it's just it's kind of hard, you know.
Yeah, every time they have a good player, they trade him away, and I think they actually have like $30 million overall in baseball.
Yeah.
Like, bro, I think like 7 or 8 other guys and other teams players have more money.
Yeah.
Like, guys are being paid $500,000 freaking dollars, yet we're sitting over here in Pittsburgh with $30 million.
Right.
That's like a penny to these guys.
Yeah.
What the hell, Bucs?
Start, bench, cut Baker Mayfield, Andy Dalton, and Josh Rosen. That's easy. I'd start Baker, I'd bench Dalton, and I'd cut Rosen. I never thought I'd say start Baker, but yeah. I bought a Matt Murray jersey and a James Conner jersey a couple years back, and now I am regretting buying them. Yeah, it's crazy. We all thought Murray was the guy after Flower went to the Knights, the Golden Knights.
No, in that back-to-back, you know, Stanley Cup seasons, like Matt Murray looked real, especially in the playoffs.
Especially when Flower passed the torch by giving him the
I actually thought like that, no lie, that moment actually gave me chills. I'm like, holy shit, like
that's passing the torch.
Matt Murray just never lived up to it.
No.
And Fleury's showing he can still do it in Las Vegas.
Oh yeah. I think the NFL is biased, and I think that Donald is a phenomenal player, but he sells a lot of jerseys than what? I mean, yeah, that's true.
Of course he does.
It's a popular contest.
Yeah.
Highsmith is good. He got a sack against Jarek Willis in Week 17. Yeah, Jarek Willis, that was awesome, and that was his best game. Yeah, Highsmith's getting better.
Mm-hmm.
These pass rushers, they're not going to come out and play, have an instant impact. Dupree, it took him 3 years to finally show his true potential.
Yes, it did.
Give Highsmith a shot. I like to do a lot. I think it's a certainty that the Steelers end up cutting Nelson or Hayden. Both are pretty good, but the cornerbacks don't lead our defense, and their cap hit would be huge. Or, I'm sorry, would be gone. I'd rather cut Nelson, or I'd trade him, actually.
And see if there's any team that could be worthy of a corner. That could be the Niners. That could be the Lions.
Cowboys.
Yeah, definitely the Cowboys. They need secondary help badly.
Who should be the Pens' next GM? I would pick Chris McFarland from Colorado. I got to look more into that after Jim Rutherford resigned for personal reasons.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who's going to be the next GM. I got to look more into the options. But Chris McFarland, I did hear a little bit about him. That'd be a decent option for sure.
Yep.
Brady didn't win a chip from 2005 to 2015 to be thankful. Those were the years where I was still a baby, where I was young.
That we were actually still getting into the sport of football.
And then when I finally got invested into the sport of football, Tom Brady decided to fucking win. Maybe I should stop investing myself into football. Maybe we'll start losing again.
Maybe. Who knows?
What's y'all's favorite show? See, Walking Dead used to be there. I can't wait for the new episodes to premiere at the end of the month.
Yeah.
Stranger Things is the shit. On Netflix?
Yep. Stranger Things, Family Guy.
Family Guy's shit.
I know I sound like a child saying that. SpongeBob. I don't give a shit. iCarly. Drake and Josh.
Carly.
That was the shit.
As a kid.
As a kid.
Aren't they bringing it back?
I heard it's on Paramount TV or something.
Oh.
Or it's being renewed, but I actually heard that's going to be on Netflix soon.
Cool shit.
That's what I heard. I don't know. But
Favorite show, man? I can't really give you one true answer. I'd probably still go with Walking Dead because it's getting better. It's not going to reach the ratings it once got, like when who did Negan kill, but it's getting good. It's getting good again. Plus, Maggie's back on the show and everything. Sorry for the spoilers. Pens are the Pats of hockey when it comes to playoff trips. This is completely unrelated, but my mom just met Randy Orton on a plane ride. I told her she should have asked for an autograph. Oh, that's great.
Oh, dude, that's pretty awesome right there.
Crazy. I don't think we ever met a wrestler. Did we? I'm sorry. Yeah, we did, actually. We met DDP.
Yes, Diamond Dallas Page at our local Gold's Gym. At least, well, it used to be a Gold's Gym. They actually closed down a couple years ago. But DDP was there at a meet and greet.
Oh, that shit was awesome.
It was awesome. Very genuine guy, great man.
He took time with every person he sat down with, took pictures, did whatever they asked, told great stories, man. He told me a story about the time with Dusty Rhodes and all that. So DDP's a hell of a fucking dude.
Absolutely. He told me the great times he had with WCW, and he actually even told me how he got the Diamond Cutter.
What's that?
It was insane. He was at a wrestling show, and one of his buddies had the cutter, but he just did it, in the position. He didn't do it at the impact Diamond Dallas Page did it. He just hooked him up and just fell down and did the cutter. So Diamond Dallas Page used his charisma and actually the way he did it, he just gripped it and slammed it down. And backstage, his buddy talked to him and says, I need to do that more like you.
Oh, okay.
And so that's how we got it, and that's how we got it over.
Hey, DDP, man.
That is awesome.
I don't know how you guys feel about this, but I'm from Baltimore, and I'm a diehard Steelers and Pens fan, but I like the O's for baseball. I know they're trash at the moment. You don't need to say it now. Hey, some guys are like that. That's completely fine.
Yeah, that is fine, man.
You can like the Orioles. That's fine. You got carried hard in the postseason 2001. Oh, I'm sorry. Who got carried hard in the postseason 2001? Brady? 2015, Manning. Definitely Manning.
Manning. Brock Osweiler was the team that actually helped lead. If it wasn't the defense, Osweiler played a lot better than Manning.
Yeah.
In that year.
Cam Newton as a starting quarterback. Oh, my God. Cam Newton as a starting quarterback or one more year of Randy Fickner? Cam Newton.
Cam Newton.
2015, Cam Newton. I'm mixing. I'm twisting the question.
Yeah.
Do you think Bud Dupree or Juju is more likely to stay? Juju.
Definitely Juju.
This is an embarrassing question, but how do you think the Steelers should fix their drop problem? Also, Drake and Josh was the shit.
Yes.
Put that shit on Netflix.
I don't know why it's not on Netflix.
I will skip work for a full fucking week and watch that.
Yes.
Full binge.
Drake and Josh was the first show I remember growing up watching.
That was shit.
Drake and Josh was awesome.
But how do we fix the drop problem? Get those fuckers on the judge machine.
And take away their social media platforms.
There you go.
I'm sorry. You can do that when you're at home or on the offseason, but when it comes to football, that's what you need to put your focus on. Fuck your brand. Right. I don't give a shit. If you're playing football, you're playing football. Case closed.
Agreed. Is it weird that so many people love John Cena when they can't see him? I always thought that too. Who the fuck was in the Mountain Dew commercial tonight?
Yeah, no, there was a random car driving, but yeah, there was someone in the passenger seat, smiling and looking around and everything. It was all pink, but the car was just driving. I'm like, bro, who the fuck's driving?
I didn't see nobody.
I know, right? And then the back of the car popped out, and all watermelon Mountain Dews came out. Like, who the fuck opened it?
Or even the Taki commercial. Who the fuck's sitting in the chair? Why are Takis floating? Better yet, who the fuck dumped Triple H over the top rope in the 2008 Royal Rumble?
Or Ryback in 2013. Ryback just flipped over the top rope.
Yeah, it's like he did it on purpose.
Or who the hell beat The Rock at WrestleMania? Right? All right, I'm done.
Yeah. Juju or Mike, who will be the one who will most likely stay? Probably Juju.
Juju. I really think Juju stays. I do.
What are your thoughts on James Pierre? I like him a lot. I like to see more from him. My only concern is his inexperience. I don't know if they can trust him enough.
No, I think it's too early to definitely give him that opportunity, but I do like his development so far. I think he could be a nice sleeper guy to potentially give the opportunity in, I'd say, a year or so.
Yeah.
If he's still with the team.
Shuffle, listen, or skip. Metallica, Korn, or Kid Rock. I am shuffling Korn, listening to Metallica, and skipping Kid Rock.
I probably have to agree.
In fact, speaking of Korn, I got one of the CDs coming in the mail shortly, and it needs to fucking get here.
Yeah.
It's the, what's it called?
Yeah, what? Do you have your phone on you? There you go.
In fact, I gotta look at the tracking anyway. Where the fuck is this shit at? I ordered it like a week ago.
Really?
Actually,
You bought it on eBay?
yeah.
Well, it's not on Amazon, was it?
It's expensive on Amazon. What the fuck's it called? The Serenity of...
Just click the thing. Wait.
Shut up. Serenity of Suffering.
Okay, there we go. All I gotta do is click the thing, and that's all you gotta see it.
Who would you rather have as OC, Homer Simpson or Joe Biden?
Homer Simpson. At least there would be donuts in that goddamn room, all right?
Okay. Listen, skip, Slipknot, and Korn. Oh, God. I haven't listened to much of Slipknot, so I'd probably listen to Korn.
Slipknot's not too bad. Neither is Korn.
Yeah.
Both bands are pretty decent. I like them.
If Bud leaves, then I can see him struggling elsewhere. I will say, and I'm not taking much away from Bud, I think a lot of his production came from Watt.
I think it has helped. I do agree. But you can definitely tell and see the progression that Bud Dupree had from his earlier years than what is now.
Yeah.
So I think at first he may struggle early on, but I think throughout when he gets more used to another team's system and team, I think he'll be fine.
Yeah.
I really do.
Still twin quote of the day, get them off TikTok and on the jugs. I like it.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to say that more often. Watermelon Mountain Dew, is amazing. Just saying. I got to try it. Goddamn. I love anything watermelon flavored.
Yeah.
Like, we have a neighbor that works at a warehouse, so he gets us a lot of shit for free. One of the things that came in one of the boxes was a full pack of Sour Patch Kids watermelon gummies, and I've eaten like 10 of them.
Yeah, no lie.
They're good.
Yeah, they are. I like sour stuff. Sour stuff's pretty good.
What was up with the fucking watermelon Mountain Dew? I know, it's crazy. Batista or John Cena, who's better in your opinion? Forget the matches.
Batista or John Cena?
Promo-wise, John Cena.
Match-wise, wrestling-wise, Batista. I think Batista was the better wrestler, but Cena promo-wise, and when it came to a match that you could get hyped for, despite how you felt about John Cena, Cena was the guy to hype you up for a match.
Right.
He knew how to get you hyped and in tuned into a match, into a story.
I can't believe AC/DC never played a halftime show, and they can now. Yeah, dude, seriously. There's a lot of bands that haven't performed there.
Yeah,
AC/DC, seriously? Bro, I have one of my stations on Pandora that I play when I'm at work and listen to it. AC/DC plays a lot, and I jam that shit. I'm like, how the fuck they not playing a halftime show?
I know, right? Like, dude, can you imagine that halftime show?
Yeah.
Especially back in the day.
That's one I'd watch.
Yeah, absolutely. Not the weekend.
They need to stop with these. Like, they need to get someone like from the past, old school shit, bro.
I don't think this generation will like it, though.
Fuck this generation.
I know, fuck this generation. I hate this generation. TikTok and all that crap.
Name favorite Super Bowl commercial.
Oh, dude, that's so many.
Well, first of all, the NFL 100 year one was great. I really like the one with Eli Manning and Odell.
That one was pretty funny. The one with Willem Dafoe and the Snickers one as Marilyn Manson. For some reason, I thought that was funny.
Or even the one with Little Nas and Sam Elliott.
Yes, that was great.
Old Town Road.
Yeah,
Last year, that shit was
Doritos.
great.
That shit was funny.
I like that one.
And then the one with the baby, like the grandma stretches the baby back and he flies and gets the Doritos.
Oh, you want to know what's the best one? Speaking of Doritos, you want to know what's the best one? The Time Machine.
Yes.
Jimmy, you're so old.
Yes. That was great, dude. Oh, my God. First time I saw that, I could not stop laughing.
Yes.
Oh, my God. That's so good.
Do y'all like rock music, and what type of rock do y'all like? Death metal or trash metal or classic heavy? Pretty much any.
Any kind, really, yeah.
I don't really have a specific when it comes to music. I listen to anything or everything, a little bit of everything. Now, I'm more of a country guy, but I'll listen to anything and everything.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm always open. Like I don't have a specific preference, and I know songs from every genre. So I listen to anything.
Yeah, but
whatever's
on the radio, whatever we want to listen to, we'll listen to it.
Yeah. Like, I got a 3 Days Grace DVD in the car that we listen to. CD. Did I say DVD?
Yeah.
It's, which one's it called?
1X.
Yeah, 1X. The only reason why we have 3 Days Grace is because it's a nostalgic factor. SmackDown was all 2007, and their songs on that soundtrack kicked ass.
Yeah, that soundtrack was great.
But even then, like, as a kid, when we listened to that, we looked more into the band, listened to some of their albums. One of them was that. We haven't had it in like a decade. So when I saw it on eBay, or Amazon, I bought it.
Yeah. And we actually listened to it on our way to work and wherever we go.
It was a nostalgic factor.
Yeah. I will say, not a bad album.
No, not a bad album.
Not a bad album.
Listen, skip, shuffle. Limp Bizkit, Creed, or Linkin Park. I never listened to Creed. Limp Bizkit, excuse me. I always thought was fucking cool.
Yeah, Limp Bizkit was real good. Linkin Park was great as well.
Oh, of course, with Chester and everything.
Yes.
So I listened to Limp Bizkit. I'd shuffle. I'm sorry. I'd listen to Linkin Park. I'd shuffle Limp Bizkit and skip Creed. That's only because I haven't listened to much of Creed.
Right, I agree.
If you didn't know, LeSean McCoy has 2 rings in 2 seasons with 0 snaps played. What? Huh?
Yeah, because last year he was with the Chiefs. But I don't think he was active last year. I don't think he was active, but he won a ring with the Chiefs. And then he rode the coattails of Tom Brady and the Buccaneers, was active but didn't play a damn snap, and still won a ring.
Yeah.
So he pretty much pulled a LeGarrette Blount, but Blount did more. He played in those games. He helped factor into the Patriots Super Bowl win and the Eagles Super Bowl win. McCoy didn't do anything.
No.
McCoy, one of the best backs of this generation, without a doubt. The past decade, arguably the best back. But he didn't do shit for those rings. He wrote the coattails because he doesn't have it anymore.
Yeah.
There you go.
Well, speaking of Sean McCoy, congrats to him. He grew up in our hometown. He actually went to high school with some of our siblings.
Yes.
So.
And from what Dave told us,
he's an asshole.
Yes, and it's true. He's an asshole.
What's your favorite Korn album? Not sure yet. That's why I'm buying albums now and gonna be that's why I got the Serenity of Suffering.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna get others so I can, eventually. I'm trying to get more into that type of music because as I'm listening to it more often, it's getting a little more investing and interesting. So,
but there are some good Korn songs that I do like, "Coming Undone," and there's "Insane," which was actually recent. Like that was 3 years ago, something like that.
Something like that.
So
that's part of the Serenity of Suffering album.
Yeah. So there's some good songs in there. Yeah.
Let's see. What was the one name of the wrestler that essentially wrestled himself? He was a good wrestler, but he didn't last long, and I don't know why. Wrestled himself? I'm lost.
Hold on.
Hold on,
say that again?
What was the one name of the wrestler that essentially wrestled himself? He was a good wrestler, but didn't last long, and I don't know why.
Wasn't that... See, usually I'm a wrestling nerd.
Wrestling is my shit. Well, not anymore. AEW is.
I know who I'm thinking of. Why can't I think of his name?
I'm lost.
Let me just say... Let me just say Jim Carrey played him in a movie. Or is that who you're talking about? Like Jim Carrey played him in a movie. I'm
lost.
Like Jerry Lawler and Jim Ross was in that movie. Is that
I know who you're talking about. Andy something.
Yeah, Andy. I can't remember his last name.
Andy Warloff? No.
Warloff.
That's the wrong name.
I can't remember his name. If it's not him, then I don't really know who it is.
What the? Come on, I can't. Wear, bleach, or trash? Ben, Franco, or Miller?
Huh?
Oh, come on.
Wear, bleach, or trash?
Wear, bleach, trash.
I
can't answer that.
I can't.
I'd wear Franco.
I'd wear Harris. I'd bleach Ben, and I'd trash Miller. Sorry, Heath.
I like
Yeah.
my Reebok Heath. I can't fucking trash or bleach it.
Okay. That's you. I don't even have a Heath yet. That's probably another jersey I got to get. To answer the question earlier in the stream, I got to get a Heath jersey.
Yeah, I hate my own generation, too. I would never associate me with this generation. I hate this shit. Honestly, guys like us or any of you guys that grew up the way we did, where we went out and played and weren't really on our consoles much or just chilled and all that with the friends and all that stuff, last of a dying breed. We don't see that shit no more.
Nope.
Everyone's inside on their phone, on their console, on their game, man. No one's outside no more.
Yeah, I remember back in the day when we got done with school or we got home from whatever, from the store or from a movie or whatever, we would always go outside immediately and play street football or play basketball or just hang out.
That's all I knew.
Yeah.
Now, when we were done, we came and played the game a lot, but...
Yeah, but that was when the streetlights came on.
Yes.
When the streetlights came on, that's when we played games and watched TV and everything like that. But when it was broad daylight, we went outside and played with our buddies.
Of course. If you had a chance to be in a wrestling show in the past, which one would it be? Personally, 2011 Money in the Bank. You mean when CM Punk beat Cena in Chicago? Was that the one? That was the one.
Yeah, that was the one.
Yeah, man, that was the year of Punk. As well as when he won.
But a wrestling show, anyone, that's tough. That is tough.
That's going to take some serious thinking.
You know what, for me, probably 1990. No, I wasn't even born at the time, but I don't care. You said any. 1998 King of the Ring in Pittsburgh in the Igloo.
Yeah.
Where he had Mankind and Undertaker at Hell in a Cell, and he had Kane and Stone Cold in the first blood match.
Which was the cell came down.
Yeah. That was a great pay-per-view. Every now and then I watch that pay-per-view. Such a great pay-per-view.
I'm lost, bro. WrestleMania 25, Taker and Michaels.
All right, that's good.
WrestleMania 28, Taker and H with Michaels as the
end of an era matchup.
as a special referee in the Hell in a Cell.
Which, by the way, should have been their last match.
Yeah.
Taker and Triple H.
I'd even say WrestleMania 30, where Taker lost, just to feel the energy.
I remember watching
Where the crowd was dead.
I remember watching Lesnar hit that last F5, and I'm thinking, he's going to kick out. There's no way. He's going to kick out.
I remember telling Bobby, he's going to kick out. It's The Undertaker.
I was a bit worried because when I was young, I was a huge Undertaker fanatic. Every time Taker wrestled, I didn't want Taker to lose. But I was a little worried, but I was thinking he's going to kick out. He's always kicked out of everything. And then he kicked out of a super kick and a pedigree inside Hell in a Cell. He'll kick out of this. And then he hit 3. My jaw dropped.
Yeah, because he was saying, "Oh, kick out, kick out." I'm like, Bobby's gonna kick out. He's the Undertaker. And then the ref hit the 3, and I was like, "What?"
Yeah.
And I thought they fucked up. I thought Taker didn't hear the count, or because the music didn't go off.
Yeah,
but that was probably intentional, of course.
Yeah, it was very intentional. It was just a shocking moment. Quite frankly, that streak should have never ended.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
Gotta give a chant to a band called Hell Yeah. A good song by them is Rage Burn. I think I might have heard that one.
Yeah. I have to look on that, though.
Where do y'all work at? A horrible place called UPS. No, we don't work at Home Depot, dude.
No.
If you're a Korn fan, you should look into Follow the Leader album. I did look into that one. I think that's the next one I'm going to purchase. Listen, Skip, Shuffle, Shrek Theme All-Star by Smash Mouth, Wiz Khalifa, Black and Yellow, that's my shit, or Korn Coming Undone.
Okay, well, I listened to...
Man, I love the All-Star song.
Yeah, I'd probably listen to that All-Star. I'd skip Coming Undone. And shuffle Wiz Khalifa, Black and Yellow.
Man, I can't, man.
That is tough, though.
All Stars, they're all my shit, honestly.
They're great songs. Although Wiz Khalifa, Wiz Khalifa fucked up the colors of Pittsburgh, though.
No, I'd listen to Black and Yellow. I would shuffle Coming Undone, and then I'd skip All Star.
Really? Skip All-Star. Damn, okay.
I can listen to it later. Do you think Bell's career is done? Yeah.
Yeah. There's nothing. He can't produce anymore.
Yeah.
Unless you give him the Colts offensive line, then maybe. But
ZZ the King says, good night. Thanks for answering the questions. Love you guys and the channel. Thanks a lot, man. It was great answering your questions as well.
Appreciate it, man. You have a good night.
First round bust. Blaine Gabbert won a Super Bowl with Tom Brady is basically Luigi wins doing nothing meme.
Yeah.
That's so true. Do you like this mock draft? First round, Darrisaw. Second round, Landon Dickerson. Third round, Tariq Thompson. Fourth round, Ben Cleveland. Fourth round, Daryl Slayton. Sixth round, Luke Farrell. The extra sixth round, Jalen Darden. Seventh round, Jamar Watson and DJ Daniel. Man, I love that shit.
That's pretty good.
Darrisaw's great. Dickerson's great. My only concern with him is, of course, the injuries. Ben Cleveland's another good depth guy. DJ Daniel is, I think, an incredible sleeper. Luke Farrell's a solid tight end that could be the blocker there.
Yeah.
So.
I like it.
Absolutely.
What time is it?
It's almost 2 o'clock.
Really?
Yeah, dude.
Oh, shit.
Crazy time goes by. We've been streaming for 3 hours.
Wow.
Time goes by, man.
It does when you're having fun.
Facts. Me being a Steelers fan, I personally got cursed jersey from the Eagles to play against my friends outside. LOL, good times. Oh, yeah. I remember when I was a kid, I used to have my first jersey was a Cordell Stewart jersey, and I actually used to wear that because I tried to be Slash.
I mean, you were the receiver like Slash because you could always play receiver.
I had a reputation in the neighborhood for having incredible hands. You were the fucking train.
Oh, yeah, like...
His stiff arm is ruthless.
Oh, yeah, anyone that played street football with me, you know, if you were to come... Like, if I was running the ball, you came by my arm, you were going to get... You were going to get scraped on the concrete.
Now, I've lost a few steps because of work, but... I'm getting old. I don't like it.
We're 21.
Exactly.
They don't feel like it.
I don't. It's a different society. I like how we grew up without social media, but stuff changing. You might not like it, but it'll improve. The internet is still in its infancy. I mean, it has its benefits. The world is changing, though. I mean, everything's upgrading, so
of course
we all gotta adapt. We watched the game in a stadium, giant screen, tens of fans. It was great. Check the last video on our channel. We love what you do, Twins says. Arena Kids TV. I gotta check that out.
Absolutely. Definitely after the stream.
Rob Gray says, thoughts on WrestleMania 21, Triple H versus Batista, the Animal. Good match.
Great match.
And that was Batista winning the title after winning the Rumble.
And Batista becoming a star, becoming the future of the company. Something that, I'm not trying to go on a rant here, but something this company needs to do nowadays.
Yeah, agreed.
Instead of having
I don't mind Edge winning the Rumble because it's a perfect story.
No, it's a great story.
He
but
comes back from a career-threatening injury and tries to win back the title and never lost.
Yeah, it's a great story, but I will say this. How many times do we have to see a story of a legend coming back saying, I don't know how much longer I got. You know, I need to get a couple matches in there.
But Edge is different because...
Oh, I know. Believe me. Don't get me wrong. I know Edge is different.
It's not like it was his decision to retire.
Of course it wasn't. I know Edge is different.
It's not like Goldberg. It's not like Goldberg where he retired and came back just because he wanted to.
Yeah. I'm fine with Edge winning, but at the same time, this company just doesn't want to adapt and develop their future.
I agree. They need to get to.
Which is sad. When you look at that roster, it's like...
I know.
That's your company, man.
Start, bench, cut. Taker, Hardy Boys, DX. Start Taker. Bench DX. Cut Hardys. And I love the Hardys. They're still wrestling, man. The only part of my childhood that's left. We got Ed still wrestling. We got the Hardys still wrestling. We got
Carlito back.
Good Lord.
MVP's a manager. We got Matt and Jeff still wrestling, although Matt's in AEW. You got
Sting.
Still Chris Jericho.
That's my child. That's the only bit of my childhood I got left.
Yeah. Like, gee, man. I didn't think this was really gonna happen, to be honest.
NFL has made champion jerseys, Reebok, and now Nike. What do you prefer? Reebok.
Reebok was always better.
Favorite player of all time in football? Probably Drew Brees.
Dude, that's really hard for me to tell because I have so many.
Probably Drew Brees.
If I had to pick one, probably, man.
Pick one.
It's hard.
Peyton Manning.
Oh, yeah, Peyton Manning.
Okay,
I was always a fan of Peyton Manning, yeah.
Should Goodell resign? Yes. Do y'all miss your childhood? 1,000%. I'd give anything to go back to 2007.
You have no idea, man.
I hated school, but damn it, I'd do it all over again. If man, I'd be young again.
Be a kid, yeah.
In which game do you think the Steelers had their best defensive performance? Great question. In 2020? I would say the Browns game in Week 6 or the first half of the Bills game. The Browns game in Week 6 was definitely up there.
Yeah, so was the Jags game, although it was Jake Luton.
You could say the Jags game. MINKAH had 2 picks. Evans had 2 picks.
We were sacking the quarterback.
Yeah, so you could say the Jags.
Yeah. I'd probably say
Plus, if it felt good to do it to the Jags. You know what I mean?
Yeah, considering the reputation that they have on us and the shit they were doing to us in history.
Yeah.
So,
do you think Tom Brady has a secret map to the fountain of youth? Absolutely.
I mean, he's got to. I mean, how the hell is he still playing the way he is?
Yeah.
If he is, then Ben, get in there. Like,
yeah, exactly. Like or love Dave Bautista or not, your favorite. He's not. Well, he's part of my childhood. Yeah. He's not one of my favorites, but he's one guy that always comes to mind when I think back to the ruthless aggression era.
Yeah, absolutely.
When do you guys start the prediction? I joined your Discord a while ago, but I didn't know it happened until tonight. Do you announce it on Discord or on YouTube? I do it on both. It'll probably be more in a community tab. The announcement for people that are interested in joining for the weekly predictions, that'll probably be sometime around probably the start of preseason or right before it.
Right.
So that I can get the scheduling all suited out there and all that. So
yeah, so we can work on that.
I don't know if you guys watch NBA, but this Super Bowl felt like watching the football version of 2018 Warriors versus Cavs finals. Yeah, I mean, I watched that finals. I wasn't,
Oh, dude,
wasn't that the year that the Cavs got swept?
Yeah, well, that was LeBron's last year.
Fucking J.R. Smith fucked up in the first game and they never recovered.
Yeah, LeBron was like,
yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that shit.
Yeah, it was LeBron's last year with Cleveland. So, yeah, I have to agree. That's exactly what it reminded me of.
Yeah. I try to watch NBA as much as I can, but I think because of how many games and our work schedule, it's kind of tough.
Yeah,
I follow it on Twitter as much as I can, but I mostly follow the the final.
I think a lot of people just do anyway.
Well, you'd be surprised.
Yeah, but it's the best part of the NBA season anyway, it's the playoffs.
Or the finals, yeah.
Yeah.
Do y'all like Kane or The Undertaker better? Oh, Taker.
Taker.
But prime Kane, man.
Attitude era Kane, yes. That was the best Kane.
But even Slow Chemical Kane with that theme song.
Yeah, Ruthless Aggression Kane.
My childhood.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite is Palomalo. I mean, that goes for that's his favorite.
Yeah, it's my favorite. Yeah, Palomalu.
Favorite wrestler of all time.
Undertaker.
He
had so many. He had like Rey Mysterio and RVD and Shawn Michaels
and Triple H and Kurt Angle. Even I know it's weird as shit because of what he did, but Chris Benoit. Favorite wrestler of all time, probably HBK.
I mean, that's a great choice, HBK.
HBK, especially when I go back and watch his matches now. Do you think the Steelers' next Super Bowl win will be with Tomlin? That's a great question.
That is a damn good question.
Is I hope so an answer?
I really can't answer that, so I'm gonna have to just say I don't know. I think that depends when Ben retires and who our next quarterback could be.
Right.
I really don't know right now. It's hard to tell.
NFK Gaming says, bro, it's too late for Big Ben. He has never had a good diet, to be honest, and Tom Brady has his own fitness program or whatever. Yeah, he has a great diet. He stays in shape, but it's also because he never gets hit.
And he is married to a model, so of course he's going to go with her diet, probably.
Yeah. Why has the Steelers not fired Tom after 10 years of playing like shit when it came playoff time? Probably because he's never had a losing season.
And that's probably the one saving grace for him.
And they don't fire coaches at all.
No.
In fact, I think the last head coach, I can't tell you who was the last head coach they fired.
Well, I'm sure it was before Chuck Noll.
It was definitely before Chuck
Yeah.
Noll. In fact, Art Rooney used to get into fistfights with the head coaches to see if they would remain as head coach.
Yeah, he admitted in the play that was released in, 2010, I think it was?
Yeah, known as The Chief, which I recommend you guys watch.
Yes, and listen to it.
Just search up The Chief movie. It's an incredible... It's about an hour and a half, 2 hours, but it goes by quick because it's an investing story about Art Rooney's life of football, how he got the Steelers, and the Immaculate Reception, and all that.
Absolutely. But he actually admitted, especially early on when the Pirate, well, the Steelers first came about when they were first the Pirates, he actually admitted he got into fights with, I think, 2 or 3 head coaches.
That's how he fired them.
He knocked them out.
That's how they fired him.
He knocked them out.
Let's see. Maybe Ben could get his last Lombardi if he grows his hair and shave the beard and put that head backwards.
I still think Ben should have kept the beard.
If you bring back the
No, I swear he's got beard powers. I think he needs to go to Brett Kiesel's farm and talk to him. Hey, can I have some of that beard oil or wherever you put in that beard?
Oh, man, beards are a serious thing.
I seriously think he should just keep the beard. Don't even trim it.
I truly believe facial hair is a power for quarterbacks. Why do you think Gardner Minshew got so popular? Now he's got a rockin' ass mullet.
Yeah.
If he wasn't so terrible, I'd want him with the Steelers.
Yeah.
That mullet's fucking man. The Super Bowl was disappointing. I was expecting a great game. Yeah, so was I, man.
A lot of people were. I'm sure a lot of people tuned in and were extremely disappointed, especially Chiefs fans.
I hate when seasons end with games like these. You expect the Super Bowl to be great.
Yeah, it's like one team will show up, but then the other, it's like, how the hell did you make it here?
It's like Brady in the Super Bowl is a hit and miss. Is it a good game or is it a blowout?
I know.
Typical Tom Brady game. Does Ben go 6-10 or 10-6 to end it? Oh, I want to say 10-6.
I think 10-6, but that's kind of right now a little too early to predict.
Yeah.
I think right now, yeah.
Your favorite wrestling match ever, past and present? Great question.
My favorite wrestling match ever, Undertaker Shawn Michaels 25th anniversary of WrestleMania.
Yes.
I honestly think that is the greatest wrestling match of all time.
Yes.
I do. That match was freaking amazing.
Fantastic. I go back and watch it all the time.
So do I, man. Like, that match is fucking, it's a beautiful matchup. It's great.
Now, favorite wrestling match currently, like previously, present now? I don't want to say there's a lot, but it'd probably have to be an AEW match because there's not really much great matches WWE puts on. Edge and Orton, that greatest wrestling match of all time. That shit was good.
That was pretty good. It wasn't the greatest match of all time,
but it was great.
If I had to choose another match, it's definitely NXT, the street fight between Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano in Chicago.
Yeah.
Where Ciampa stabbed and attacked Johnny Gargano after their match with AOP, Authors of Pain,
right?
In Chicago, and they go back into Chicago in that street fight. That street fight was great.
That's storytelling right there.
That is. I think that street fight was their best match out of the matches they faced each other in.
I'm gonna go with AEW. Let's go with Hangman Adam Page and Kenny Omega versus the Young Bucks for the tag titles last year at Revolution.
Yes,
that shit was nuts.
That was nuts. That was a great match. And again, the story, it's about the story in those matches that we talked about.
Yeah.
The story really impacts you and gets you in tune and into the match.
Yeah.
And that's what was so great about it.
What is a newer movie that you like, and what is your favorite movie of all time? I can't tell you my favorite movie. Well, actually, I can.
Favorite movie of all time is the Shawshank Redemption.
Right
now, I really can't tell you.
What was my favorite movie of all time? What is my favorite movie of all time?
Well, I know you like horror, you like action, comedy.
What the fuck is my favorite movie of all time?
Step Brothers? I know you love Step Brothers.
Step Brothers is my shit.
You love Step Brothers.
Oh, you and I, man, we reenact every scene.
Yeah, you guys have no idea.
Well, verbally.
Yeah.
Let's see. Shawshank Redemption's up there. Like anytime it's on television, I gotta watch it.
Can't forget about the Green Mile either.
Green Mile's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Favorite movie all time? Titanic's up there.
Yeah, of course, Titanic.
What is my favorite movie of all time? Misery's up there.
Mm-hmm. There's just a lot. It's really hard to choose one.
The original It is up there.
Which one do you prefer more, the remake or the original?
Oh, the original.
Okay.
Tim Curry. What is my favorite horror movie? My favorite movie overall? I can't tell you. There's so many. I like a lot.
All right.
Now, recent horror movie. I'm really trying to get more into the. I'm sorry. Why am I saying horror movie? I'm a horror guy. But newer movie that I like. I gotta get more into the newer stuff. But there's just one movie that we watched recently. It's an older movie. It's from the 80s. But To us, it's new because we just recently watched it. It's called Blood Rage.
Mm-hmm.
It's based on a story of identical twins. One of them is accused by the other twin for murder. And that brother that is accused, 10 years later, escapes prison.
Yeah, and tries to like act revenge or whatever. You know,
Fucked up story.
it is a fucked up story, but very underrated movie. It's definitely a hidden gem.
For sure. Bro, when everyone is dropping balls but James Washington instead of the jugs, you gotta have them chuck some hay bales. Exactly. Man, get those boys on the farm.
Yeah, seriously.
With
James-
Washington?
Yeah, Washington is underrated. I definitely want to see him more on the field next year with more opportunities and more
Yeah.
chances.
If you could get any quarterback in the draft, who would it be?
Any quarterback?
Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence.
No, but realistically, Trey Lance.
Yes, Trey Lance, definitely.
Favorite NHL player? Crosby.
Yeah.
Although Gensel's really climbing the ladder.
No, but right now, Crosby.
We got to bring Willie Parker back. Hey, why not?
Hey, get that speed involved, man. We need some speed factor.
Yeah. Should we soon extend Hayden? Good question. He's getting up there. He's getting at the point where cornerbacks usually decline. I'd be up for extending him, but for a reasonable offer. We can't give him too much money like we've done with all these other dudes.
Oh, especially with his age, absolutely. And I think he will understand that.
Yeah. I was at a wrestling match where the Big Show broke the ring, and it was such a great moment to experience. He's done it a few times.
You know, Lesnar, Mark Henry.
Braun Strowman.
Yeah.
Trevor is a no-brainer, but I think Zach Wilson is criminally underrated. Zach Wilson's awesome.
I actually think, I would not be surprised if Zach Wilson goes before Justin Fields. I would not be surprised if the Jets do go after quarterback. Wilson will be that guy.
People keep talking about it.
Because a lot of people are saying, wasn't it like Sam Darnold about potentially going to the Browns, but they chose Baker?
Yeah.
And look what happened.
Baker went number one,
You
yeah.
know, people were thinking, oh, Sam Darnold's got to go one. No,
Like
it
you
was
said,
Baker.
draft boards are different for a lot of people.
Yes, they are.
Your favorite and worst previous SteelTwins videos, and what would you change? Okay, my worst, Artie Burns. I would change the fact that
That you like the pick.
yes. Now the only reason why I said I like the pick is because we went corner. We went the wrong corner.
We went the wrong player.
What would I change? Everything.
Yeah.
What I said.
A reaction.
Yeah.
Everything.
My favorite?
See,
Like I don't know if I really have a favorite. It's is the Randy Fichtner one an option?
which one?
What do you mean Randy Fichtner one? The one where he got I don't want to
Terminated, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's a great one. That's funny. I remember you were showing me, you know, the pictures and everything. I'm like, bro, get that done. That shit was funny.
I just had to
No,
get
he's
something real quick.
Peter Griffin, man. He's Peter Griffin.
Yeah. Godzilla, King Kong. I can't wait for that shit.
I'm going King Kong.
I gotta go King Kong.
I'm going King Kong. King Kong was my dude.
King Kong, yeah, definitely. What do you think of the King Kong vs. Godzilla trailer? I think it's pretty fire, dude. It's fucking
Yeah, I'm excited for that movie. I really am.
yeah. Marry or date? Selena Gomez or Ariana Grande? Date Ariana Grande because she just looks like a head case. Marry Gomez. Who's prettier? Probably Grande, but she looks like a fucking head case.
I'd probably have to agree, you know.
Favorite Rocky Creed installment? You're gonna hate me. I've never seen any of them.
Same here, dude. Sorry.
We're slacking, bro.
We are slacking.
Misery is one of my favorite movies. It's a little weird how many good horror ideas Stephen King has. Also, isn't it ridiculous how many great horror movies there are? None of won an Oscar. Oh, yeah, definitely. There's a lot of movies out there that, you know, are criminally underrated.
Yes, very, very underrated.
Stephen King's a shit, though. I'm not sure if you guys seen his new movie, Dr. Sleep. It's a sequel to The Shining.
Yes.
Crazy movie.
And highly recommend that movie. That
And
movie.
very,
Go on.
I was going to say very nostalgic.
Very. Especially at the end. You know, the camera angles. I'm just going to shut up.
What happened with Rashad Mendenhall and Jarvis Jones? Jarvis Jones went to the Cardinals, go figure, and
didn't even make the 53-man roster. Rashard Mendenhall never recovered after that fumble.
didn't he go to the Cardinals too?
Yeah, he did.
Dude, Arizona is just the Steelers' graveyard.
It is. Because I know Porter went there. Joey Porter. After the Dolphins.
Marcus Gilbert.
Alan Faneca.
Bruce Arians. Brian McFadden.
Arthur Moats.
God,
Travis Jones.
How many?
Sean Manhole. William Gay went there before he came back. Good God, dude.
Steelers graveyard.
Yeah, it is.
Who better, Big Show or Kane?
Kane. Yeah.
Kane.
He's a mayor.
He's a better character. He's a mayor. Have you had a fan interaction before? Your channel is a relatively big channel. I wouldn't say it's a big channel. Have we had a fan reaction? 3 times. One was at Steelers Fan Blitz with Steel Sentinel. Huge shout to him. The funny thing was, I forget what I was doing. I was about to jump the guardrail on the other side of the field, which I think was not allowed. But I saw this dude coming near me. I thought it was security. So I'm like, Bobby, go, 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 go. We're going to get in trouble. But it was actually Steel Sentinel. It was a fan.
Yes.
So that was cool as shit. That was actually our first fan interaction. Our second was someone at the grocery store.
Yeah, it was our local grocery store. We were actually walking in, and I think he was working he was working at the store, and he was like pushing carts back, and he actually said SteelTwins, and it kind of threw me off. I'm like, whoa, what around here?
Yeah.
I'm like, whoa, wait a minute, what?
Yeah, but that was cool as heck, man. You see someone locally, that's cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. And another fan reaction was
our supervisor at work.
Yes, and huge shout out to our Gio.
Yes.
He actually used to be a loader before he went to Soup. I actually saw him on my belt. He was actually a trainer. And I was like this recycles where it's packages that don't belong on the belt, and we have to like take them to a certain area.
Does that still happen?
What, recycles? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I still do. I do it because I do everything on the belt.
I thought you were talking about FedEx.
No, but well, we get those too every now and then. But I was doing that. It was doing around peak, like late last year. And 2 years ago, 2019, and he said, "You look familiar." And for some reason, I thought he looked familiar. I don't know why, but I felt like he looked familiar, like I seen him before. Yep. So I said, "You look familiar too." He's like, "No." I'm like, "Okay, well, what?" He's like, "Don't you do YouTube?" I'm like, "Yeah, SteelTwins." Why? He's like, "I watch your videos." I'm like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah.
Because I didn't think anyone from at the time, I didn't think I'd meet anybody.
And plus, we don't go walking around work saying, "Hey, guess what? We got Steelers."
Yeah. Like a lot of people at our work don't know we do YouTube. Outside of very few and some good close friends there.
Yeah,
so, but it was pretty cool, having some fan interactions at Fan Blitz, at our store, and even at our workplace. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, definitely.
It's pretty awesome. Huge shout out to those guys.
Do you like Keith Butler as DC? No. I'm moving back to linebacker coach.
Yeah, I agree.
The great Khali or Triple H, who would take for the win? Oh, Triple H.
Triple H. Khali was not good.
King Kong is a no-brainer, but someone disagrees, says Godzilla is going to destroy King Kong. Hey, I can't wait. I'm hoping it's in theaters, or at least theaters are going to open.
Yeah, that's the thing, yeah.
I'm going to see that shit in theaters.
I know, that'd be great.
Have you guys watched any anime? Not really. Now, our nephew is major in anime, and, we watch it when we're hanging with him, and we talk about it, and it's actually kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Marry or date Cardi B or Nicki Minaj? LOL, I'm gonna stop with these. I would date Cardi B and marry Nicki Minaj. They're both fake as shit. They're both head cases, but I'd go Nicki Minaj.
I'd marry Cardi B, date Nicki Minaj.
Didn't Cardi B rob a few dudes? Like she drugged
Okay,
them?
well, wait, that's right. Never mind. then I'm not dating her or marrying. No. I'll go Nicki Minaj on both.
Stephen King was pissed at how Stanley Kubrick made The Shining, and after reading the book, I can see what King means. Yeah, because the ending was different. But that's why Dr. Sleep made it a little better, because it went with the original ending in the sequel.
Yes. And you kind of just spoiled for people that probably never seen the movie. But
well, maybe they didn't read the book.
Well, that's true.
Ben probably goes to Arizona. It wouldn't surprise me.
Yo, if that were to happen and Kyler Murray goes to, I don't know, the freaking Niners.
Yeah.
2-3 years.
I mean, how they turn in a bust they had potential. Well, sometimes they just don't develop, like Artie Burns.
Yeah.
Who would you take as your bodyguard, Khali or young Batista?
Young Batista. Khali could barely move.
What is your sub goal for the end of the year? I didn't even think of that. Sub goal? If I could, 9,000. 9,000.
Yeah, I'd probably say 8,500.
I didn't even look at that, but yeah, probably 9,000. I was working at Amazon and I transitioned to working as a loader for Ace. Hard work. I realized how unsafe Amazon is. Warehousing is pretty tough, honestly. It takes a wear on your body. Sometimes it can be unsafe.
Especially if you're not used to it, or if you even take a break from it for quite a bit. Your body has to get used to that type of environment and everything.
Yeah.
But the more you do it and your body gets used to it, it's like a piece of cake to you. Especially if you know where everything goes and what you need to do.
Oh, yeah.
It's like a daily routine pretty much.
Right. On a scale of 1 to 10, how painful does it feel watching Antonio Brown winning Super Bowl with Tom Brady?
It is what it is. I mean,
I give it a 4.
It was either Antonio Brown winning with Tom Brady or Le'Veon Bell winning with Patrick Mahomes. Either way, one of them was going to win. It is what it is. They decided to ride the coattails of a team.
Yeah. If I had Mahomes' money, I would hire Braun Strowman as my bodyguard. Hell yeah. That fucker's a freight train. Kyle. Smash or pass Britney Spears? 90s Britney Spears? Yeah, smash.
Yeah,
Before she got all...
A shaved head? No.
Stephen King, the GOAT. I met him in Maine. Yeah, I think that's where he grew up.
Yes, that's actually where most of his stories are based off of.
Yeah.
I think...
Well, it's endearing.
Well, yeah, there's, I think...
Shawshank Redemption.
Pet Sematary.
Yeah,
so...
Pet Sematary is a good movie.
Yeah, it is. Underrated.
Not the new one.
No, the new one sucked. The ending was stupid.
Who would you rather have at quarterback, John Elway or Drew Brees? See, John Elway can make plays on his feet. Drew Brees don't really got much arm power, but he is a hell of a quarterback.
But for his size, though, he was only 6. He don't look 6 foot,
No.
But for 6 foot.
Out of Purdue, too.
I'd probably go with Drew Brees. I
might go Elway, and I really love Brees. I'd probably go Elway.
Okay.
So
that's fine.
Meet Tom Brady or meet Vontez. Oh, my God. Brady.
Brady.
You know how much money I can make off his autograph? Come on.
Yeah, Vontez Burfict's freaking autograph will probably go for 5 cents.
Probably.
Vontez Burfict, what the hell?
You guys like country? Yeah, sure.
Not today's generation.
A little more of the old school stuff, but yeah. But it's more of a little bit of everything because I'm open to listen to anything.
Yeah.
It could be hip hop. It could be bless you. It could be metal. It could be rock and roll. It could be anything, man.
Yeah.
I'm open to anything. Pop, of course.
Yeah, any kind of music.
I'm open to anything. Do you think that AB is going to play in 2021? Yes.
Absolutely. He's definitely going to.
Curb stomp Brady or Burfict?
Burfict.
Brady.
Really? I do Burfict.
Why do that when I can get Juju? But I'd have the satisfaction of curb stomping Tom Brady. Juju got my back with Burfict.
Yeah, that is true. I didn't think about that.
I don't know. That's the way I look at it.
No, I get it.
That's the way I look at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Elway was great. One of the greatest quarterbacks of all time, for sure. I think he's lost in the list when it comes to top 10 greatest quarterbacks of all time.
Without a doubt.
Even top 5, maybe.
I mean, the guy played for so long, and the guy was so tough. At his age, the amount of times he lost in those Super Bowls, though, you could tell he wanted to win so bad. And when he finally did for those 2 years, you could tell, it's like, I finally did it. Now I can hang it up.
Absolutely. That's the guy he was.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. It's 2:23 over here.
It's getting late.
It is getting late. We've been up for 3.5 hours. It's crazy how much fun you guys have. Or how much
time flies when you have fun.
Exactly.
Yes.
I think we'll close it out with this. Who do you think will be the answer at quarterback for our Steelers?
That's really hard to tell right now. Haskins has a possibility, but I don't know about that. Rudolph, I don't know if he's going to be given that opportunity again.
Probably TBD, to be determined.
Yes, it will be to be determined.
I think Dan Marino is my favorite non-Steeler of all time. The crazy thing is he could have been a Steeler. But Art and Dan Rooney were scared that the hometown boy would be pressured by his hometown.
Yes.
Bad mistake, because then we stuck with Neil O'Donnell and didn't win Super Bowl 30.
Yeah. Oh, man. Just like they got rid of Johnny Unitas.
Yeah, they had Johnny Unitas and then cut him. Then he went to Baltimore.
Because he wasn't smart.
Neither was Bradshaw. He can't even spell his fucking name.
They must have learned a lesson.
Like, damn.
That's what. We were lucky to get Bradshaw. We won a coin toss.
Yeah. We'll close out with this one. Would you guys pay Lamar Jackson $45 million a year for the next 5 years? Fuck no.
$45 million? No, I'd pay him about $20.
The only person I'd pay $45 million, quarterback-wise, Mahomes.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
So, anyway, guys, that is, I guess, the small Q&A, I guess, and, of course, the reaction to the Bucs winning the Super Bowl. The NFL season is over. The 2020 season is in the books. The Buccaneers are Super Bowl champions. Congrats to them. Congrats to Brady. Congrats to Antonio Brown. Congrats to Bruce Arians.
Especially Bruce Arians.
But crazy, crazy outcome. Did not expect it. Was hoping for a better game. But it's the offseason, which means there'll be a lot of crazy stuff going on for a lot of teams. Quarterback position-wise, wide receiver-wise, and, of course, the draft. You guys can expect a lot of mock drafts coming out throughout this offseason. Our first mock draft will drop this Wednesday. Don't know what the schedule is for the mock drafts yet, whether that will be a weekly thing or an every week thing or whatever. Hopefully we have that announced when we upload our first mock draft on Wednesday, but you can stay tuned for that, as well as, of course, breaking news whenever it is broken for the Steelers, which I'm expecting a lot because it's going to be an interesting offseason for the Steelers.
Yes, it will be.
In terms of contract extensions or contract restructures or free agents and
negotiations. Yes, it's going to be real interesting. It's going to get hot. It's going to get crazy. It's going to get real interesting.
It's going to be a very fun offseason for a lot of teams, a lot of guys, especially the Steelers.
Yep.
But thank you guys for joining us tonight for your questions and all that, and for the super chats and all that. Always a great time talking with you guys, answering questions, just chatting and all that about the Steelers and the draft. And can't wait to do it more throughout the offseason because it is the offseason, and there's going to be a lot more stuff to answer as we start to find out what the Steelers do.
Absolutely.
So it's going to be fun to see. But you guys have a great rest of your night, man. Go Steelers. Congrats to the Bucs. Chiefs, you had a hell of a run, but maybe next year.
Maybe next year.
But hopefully next year we can be in there. But
fingers crossed, but let's not get our hopes up about that.
But you guys have a great rest of your night. Again, like you guys are saying, congrats to Bruce Arians. He deserved it, man. He really did.
Yes.
That's the only thing he needed on his resume. He's had a hell of a resume. He's worked with a lot of great quarterbacks. He won Coach of the Year. He never had that ring. Now he does. If there's one guy that truly deserves it tonight, it's that man, Bruce Arians. Congrats to him. Congrats to the Bucs. Season's in the books. Here we go, Steelers. The offseason is underway. No more football till fucking August, which sucks. But at least we got a hell of a lot of news to follow in terms of the league. So that's the only thing we can look forward to. But you guys have a great rest of your night. Here we go, Steelers. See you guys in the mock draft on Wednesday.
Like, comment, subscribe. We'll see you later.
Peace! Just like Antoine Winfield Jr. did to Tyreek Hill, which he's a savage.
He is a savage. Major savage.
You guys have a great night.